7 months without the clash of helmets, and yet here we stand, forced to ignite a podcast that isn't just entertainment, but a battle cry to keep our minds razor sharp and our spirits unyielding. The sting of defeat still burns in John's heart like a fresh, vicious thorn, a constant reminder of battles lost. Jake barely clawed his way into the playoffs, his struggle echoing the harsh realities of the grind, while Tyler reigned supreme, his back-to-back dynasty crown a testament to relentless prowess on and off the field. This offseason, the gauntlet has been thrown down. We're not merely navigating a sea of endless speculation and brutal beat articles. We're diving headfirst into the fray. The lure to dismantle our dynasty roster, driven by boredom and the silence of the league chat. Yet we stand unbreakable, bound by the resolute decisions of our past selves. Even in the offseason, we transform into warriors. We'll wage war in the epic contests like Who's That Fantasy Dude? And battle in the arena of fantasy fights. Prepare for new segments like Those Fantasy Dudes Chaos Draft and the high-stakes TFD Trivia, where every moment is a test of valor. Blood will be spilled, beers will be downed, and three brothers will be forged in the crucible of relentless competition until that sacred pigskin is unleashed once again. This isn't just a podcast, it's an odyssey, a defiant stand against the silence. The battle for glory is upon us, and we fight with every ounce of our fantasy football-ridden spirits of competition. This is the Those Fantasy Dudes Offseason.
Fantasy Dudes Podcast with your hosts, Jonathan, Tyler, and Shane.
Tyler, I knew that bit would get you.
Oh, that got me too good.
Holy shit! I couldn't tell a difference.
John, that was way too long for the offseason. That is.
Well, we did it last time. I didn't remember it being 20 minutes long. I thought maybe I could do a shortened version.
And he was eating chips.
That was the whole bit. We talked about it before the show that he would have to down them during the whole intro, like eat all of them. So I tried to give him a little extra time.
Oh, it's too loud. Yeah, chips might be the worst food to eat on a podcast.
I have no idea.
Chewing gum is also not ideal, just so you know.
What is chewing gum? Yeah. What
don't chew gum on the show. Hey, Slink is back. What's up, Slink?
Slink, the unofficial fourth guy.
I miss the hell out of you. Slink, our YouTube podcast producer that doesn't have his buttons on the keyboard or his hands on the keyboard, but he might going into next season. Right. I believe Slink may produce the show.
That would be sick.
That'd be sick. Give me less to do. Also, Jake's face is frozen. Let's give him a second. And he's
back.
There we go. And he's back.
He's back. It'll be good. If I drop, I'll turn back in.
That brick wall might be affecting the signal of the show potentially.
No, being in the basement away from everybody is affecting the signal.
Maybe you should get a booster.
Actually, not that far. I have I got to set up the wireless. I have a wired connection. I just got to do it. I never remember to do it until right now.
Why don't you do it right now?
Live on air? You want me to switch
we'll
over
wait.
to wired connection?
We'll wait. Live on air.
Yeah, I mean it's not that hard. You just plug it in and switch.
I have an Ethernet to USB-C.
Whoa.
Ethernet to USB-C.
You had like a month and a half to figure this out. You could have just plugged in one Ethernet cable and we would have been fine.
No, it's more than that. I've got to go coax to Ethernet to USB.
Coax? You going coax, bro?
It's actually a very interesting system if you actually care about it.
Why don't you start? We got plenty of time.
Well, there's coax here, and there's a way that you can basically convert coax to run internet through, and it runs about a gigabit per second still. Still support that. I forgot what Jim called it. He knows more about it than I do, but he did that.
Typically comes from the cable company or internet company.
You plug it into your router.
It comes straight into the house, and then it's like goes all throughout the house. And you just come out with it and go into a Ethernet, and then into USB-C. You don't know shit about internet.
Slink knows a lot about internet. He's actually a really techie guy. He does his own
like a techie guy.
I don't believe it.
Slink, if you guys didn't know, on Twitch and sorry if I'm shouting you out, but I'm going to plug you anyway, Slink, because you're here every single week.
Hot tub streams?
Yes, no. So, well, that's the OnlyFans. That's Slink OnlyFans. I know that's what you guys want, but that's not what we're gonna get. Instead, he does Mario. What is it, Slink? It's Mario 64 speedruns, which is fucking.
Oh shit, dude!
Yo,
I was
that's
just
tight.
watching the Summoning Salt about the history of the Mario 64 speedruns.
So it's literally that. Like he knows all of the shortcuts and we're in all the glitches and stuff.
Who's the guy that they were just talking about? There's like one guy that did like marathon. He did a whole month of 12 hours of streaming of just Mario 64, Super Mario 64,
Super Mario 16.
16 star.
Oh, 16 star.
Oh,
that's a good category.
Mario 16
How good
star.
is your backwards like wall hop up the stairs in the castle?
Oh,
That's all I think of when I think of that, dude. It's
and he goes
pretty.
into one frame. Oh,
I've seen him do it.
shoots up
I've
the
seen him do it
stairs.
live on Twitch. It's actually sick.
It's pretty sick.
hop up behind the stairs and build up all that speed.
Yes, I'm glad that we all know what this is because this is awesome. Probably none of the listeners know except Slink.
Really
But
niche.
Yeah, we've lost all our listeners at this point.
anyways, welcome back to the Those Fantasy Dudes podcast. It's good to be here. Our second show, season 8 of the off season. The off season is things are a little bit different. We don't have any fantasy football to talk about. We have some, beat articles that don't really mean a lot. I saw one that referenced Fortnite yesterday.
Okay.
Where it was like I can't remember. It was like some player and he talked about ranked
Cam Ward ranking his top wide receivers in the NFL. And it's like Jamar Chase. It's like Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, somebody else, and then Treylon Burks. That motherfucker's going to Tennessee.
Wait, he said Treylon Burks?
He said Treylon Burks. Yes.
No fucking way. No way.
Yes.
He said Treylon Burks as one of the best receivers.
I've never seen John and Cam Ward in the same room at the same time.
Yeah.
He said Treylon Burks. I don't believe you.
He said Treylon Burks. It was a huge joke on Twitter. Because Treylon Burks fucking sucks.
He's been injured. The Treylon Burks resurgence is here. Just wait.
He's been injured by being bad at football.
He had asthma and then tore his ACL. Fuck you.
Case of sucking.
How good at football do you think you would be if you had asthma and tore your ACL?
I do have asthma, and I'm also not Treylon Burks.
Well, for good reason, because you wouldn't be on this fucking show if you were Treylon Burks.
That's true. I'd probably have millions of dollars and still not care about what we think.
Whatever. Anyways, I don't have the notes up. I'm just kind of winging it today. But if you want to check us out, you can do so on YouTube. Those Fantasy Dudes podcast. Make sure to hit that notification bell. That way you never miss an episode. Because we go live a little bit more sporadically in the off season, but in season it'll be every single week. Usually Tuesday or Wednesday nights. But we got a fun show for you. We're gonna talk Brittany Mahomes as always. Fit check, some NFL news, whatever Tyler's able to cook up, and
cooking.
Jake has his own segment that we did last show, but it's a lot of fun called Tales of the Gridiron. So we'll do a little
got a good one today.
Story of the Gridiron.
A long one. This I might have gone a little bit overboard. This is 13 pages.
I got a lot of Doritos to eat, so I think we're good.
Yeah,
I think we'll get through it pretty quick.
I think that's good because I don't have a crazy long show planned for us.
Well, that's what I was told.
Yeah,
there's a lot to talk about with this guy.
I absolutely. And then we'll finish the show with a little TFD chaos draft. So that
was sensual.
Should be good. Yeah, I don't know why, but why is the draft chaos sensual? I don't know. Something about it.
Something
we listened to a lot of ASMR lately. So, anyways,
we're proud of you.
All that being said, should we get into a little Brittany Mahomes?
I thought you said we didn't have to do that one this time.
We do, and it's been so long. I'm trying to find the drop. Here we go.
Brittany Mahomes update. Brittany Mahomes update.
Hey, you get back here right now, you sick fuck.
I'm just kidding.
You get back here right now, you son of a bitch.
How dare you?
I'm bringing Brittany Mahomes up right now. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. She's coming. Oh, where's Jake?
Oh, do we have to do the fit check?
Of course.
Oh, look at us. We're in the feed.
You don't remember this from last show?
No, I don't.
Hold on, I'm bringing her up right now.
Best
I got her.
Feed has ever looked.
You know what? Okay, just so you guys know, what's crazy to me is Brittany hadn't posted since before our last show, and then guess what? She posted yesterday, just as if she knew that we needed content for the podcast. Thank you, Brittany. Thank you for doing that. Jake, podcaster by day, magician at night. Yeah, somehow he just like can like manifest himself from beyond a brick wall background in like a Zoom meeting. I don't know how he's doing that.
Oh my god!
Whoa, so you just did it again. What the what? Crazy. I don't know how he's doing that. We're actually getting some comments on Instagram right now because we are live on Instagram. Just so you guys know.
Oh god.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I don't think they show up on.
Oh no.
They don't show up on YouTube, but I am seeing them over here. So
who's saying what?
Somebody said yes.
Yes.
Yes to you too. Yes.
Yes.
To you, brother. Anyway, so why don't we talk about what Brittany Mahomes is up to these days? As you know, she's one of the most important people on the face of the planet. So she went to Disney World.
Incredible.
Which, maybe they had to wait for the the dust to settle because they lost the Super Bowl. They're not supposed to go to Disney World.
Yeah, wait a second.
No, they even I'm surprised they allowed them through the gates. Like,
sir, you cannot come in here. You didn't win the Super Bowl.
You should have been like, hey, Patrick, you're a fucking loser. You can't come in. God, it feels good to say that.
Yeah, how about a Jackson Mahomes update? Actually, speaking of,
no,
I do have we will go to him. Don't worry, because there's a picture he posted on St. Patty's Day that is just horrific. Anyways, so Christian Juszczyk, of course, liked this photo of Brittany's trip to Disney. She's with Patrick. She's with Bronze and Sterling. I don't see Golden Mahomes here, which is so unfortunate. I'm trying to scroll through, but it's weird because I have this like iPhone thing. Please scroll. Please scroll. No? Oh, no. Guys. Oh.
We're ruined.
Uh-oh. Don't go too far back in those apps.
No. I made sure to close out of them and delete my history. Don't worry. I don't know why it's not letting me go through. Hold on. I'm gonna have to just bring it up on an actual web page because you don't want to miss this, obviously.
God forbid.
Let's see. We're gonna pull it up here. Little Brittany Mahomes. Little fucking. Here we go.
I don't like that. Whatever that was.
Don't worry about it.
John thinking voice. It's okay.
That's what John's thinking about all the time. Like that's
why they don't let me in the office anymore.
He's like,
just mummering Brittany Mahomes.
That's all that's in his brain.
Oh God, I wish it didn't have to be that small. But okay. Anyways, Brittany Mahomes. Here she is. Her kids were with Mickey, of course. I don't know whose kid this is. I think it's Paige Buechele, her friend. Who remember her husband was like a third string quarterback in the practice squad. I think he.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, there she is with Mickey. There's the whole fam. Bronze looking not happy. And Patrick again wearing something just ridiculous. I don't know what that is.
Looks like Jake's background, but on like a jumpsuit.
Patrick's bricked up.
Yeah. Likewise, dude.
Oh no.
Yeah, it comes across.
Anyways, no, not okay. Because of the outfit, relax. I don't know if Brittany feels like Sterling's friends have to be carbon copies of her, because that's what it feels like. They're wearing the same clothes and they're all blonde and 3 feet tall.
Well, the kids. So that's most of that.
There's also you see the other one behind them. It's like the fourth one didn't make it into the picture. You see that? What's going on there?
Cinderella, this sucks.
Screw this. I'm more of a Belle fan.
I want pretzel.
Churro. That's what you want.
What country in Epcot around the world is this? I don't know. I'm confused. Didn't a kid get eaten by an alligator in that pool? I feel like that happened.
That's a pool.
You would know. You're the local Florida man.
There is like rivers outside of like the Dolphin Hotel that's right around Disney Springs, and there was a kid that got killed by an alligator in one of them at one point. Slink, can you confirm that? I'm pretty sure that's true. Google it. No, it was
all that up.
Yeah, no, I'm 100% sure that definitely happened. So we can find the news article later on. Here they are with Elsa and Anna. Aw.
Very cool. Very cool.
She looks nothing like Elsa.
Not weird to look at.
Yeah. How many more?
This isn't weird to look at as 3 grown men on a podcast. Is that the same outfit as before?
Please, God, speed run through the 3.
I don't want to look at that one. I don't want to look at that one.
This fucking sucks.
This might be Animal Kingdom. What do you think this is Animal Kingdom?
Jury's out on that one. There's a lot of tropical areas.
Why is Brittany the only one ever smiling in these photos?
Patrick Mahomes has nothing to smile about in his personal life. Let's be real.
I know. He's only happy when he's playing football.
You ever seen that picture of the guy's Facebook where he's like, a smile would be nice, and the guy says, nothing to smile about.
That's me every day. What is that? Is that Tangled? Why is it? There's more kids every photo. There's more children.
Yeah, just
manifesting. You're telling me they couldn't get a photo of them all standing up, looking at the camera? Come on. Jesus. Anyways, that's all that Brittany's posted about. Let's check her story real quick. Oh, they went fishing. That's fun.
Gone fishing.
Look at that.
Careful,
they got a pass.
careful, there's an alligator. Look out.
It's going to kill you.
Get him out of there.
This? Diapers have become part of my birthday present. I'm not mad about it. Aw.
John, open up that link I just sent you in the chat there. That's Patrick Mahomes and all the pictures. Oh, you can't put it on? Yeah, okay.
No, I can't. Hold on.
Smile may be good. Nothing to smile about in my life.
That's so spot on. It's crazy. That's so spot on. It's crazy.
Oh.
Wow. All right. Well, glad we got to look at that. I haven't really prepared a fit check. Let me go to LTK.
Fine. We got a we got a really long Tales of the Gridiron. We should probably get into that.
You think so? Well, okay. Let me just double. Who is that? I don't know who that is.
What the hell?
How about we do a fit check on you? Can you pull up one of your fits?
John fit check.
We can John fit check.
Or just stand back like 20
wearing a shirt I got on Etsy. Yeah, that's my.
What if he stood up and stood back and there was nothing underneath?
Oh,
I'm looking and I don't see
crotch cam.
Crotch cam.
Crotch cam. Yeah.
Slink, cut to crotch cam.
Cut to the peen cam.
How about this one, guys? We'll do Brittany's workout look.
I
wish we wouldn't.
This will be a simple, easy. It's literally just a top and a bottom and some shoes.
It's not. What brand is that? What brand are they?
It feels like Adidas, but like I don't
care what it feels like. Tell me what it says.
Sponsored by Patrick Mahomes.
Oh wait, hold on. We can't just not do the intro.
Oh
yeah, super banger.
You know what time it is. It's Fit Check with Brittany Mahomes. Yep, here we go. Jake's favorite segment. We're talking clothes, shoes, dresses, maybe even bags.
Tyler got out of his chair.
What the Bron's wearing?
What's Bron's wearing? Oh, Tyler's Fortnite.
Fit Check with Brittany Mahomes.
Is that a default dance? I can't tell.
Yeah, it was.
Tyler's doing his best default dance right now. Let's go. Slink on Twitch right now. Slink on Twitch, baby. I am a supporter of Slink on Twitch, so I do have all of his emotes and emojis. Yeah. Anyways, so why don't we get into Brittany's fit check? I'm so sorry about the video quality here. It's not. Oh, maybe if I. Okay, that's a little bit better.
Now keep doing that in and out really fast.
I just was the Those Throw Up Dudes podcast. Anyways. So here we go. You want to go which pants? I'm thinking these top two and then the shoes. This would be nice and simple.
Whichever thumbnail is less uncomfortable.
They're both pretty bad. I'm going to go with these are the Sierra Reversible Comfort Bra from Petula and the Sierra Legging 23 inches. I'm assuming that's her waistline from Petula. And then we have Drop Set 3 training shoes from Adidas. Simple. Okay. Couldn't be more simple. Pull my calculator. Pull out my calc, short for calculator, just using slang. I
got my guess. Locked in.
For me, all right. Remember the private chat for this. Here we go.
Okay. Yep.
Ready? And 3, 2, 1, go.
Ooh, shit.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Ooh. Jake thought he was being, sneaky with a 201. I went with 301.
So did you.
I know. It's crazy. We both got Price is Right rules in our mind, which actually is the rule, by the way. Tyler going with $333. Jake with 201. John with 301. That's me. Okay, here we go. Let's check it out. We're doing this is the Sierra Reversible Comfort Bra from Petula. How much does it cost? Oh, this is different. It doesn't go to a link. Only $48?
$48.
Fuck, dude.
And there's no bullshit like price, like sale price thing.
No, just set it right there.
Yep.
What
nice.
it is.
I'm gonna crush you guys on this one.
Fuck, dude. What are the leggings? $74 for the leggings. This is
You
a
guys
whole
are
new.
so fucked.
Unless the shoes are like. There's no way the shoes are $200.
The Adidas are not $200.
Nah, I'm guessing between $75 and $90.
Oh, actual link here, 130.
Oh, so what is that?
252 is the total.
Yeah.
Damn it! Are you
W.
fucking kidding me?
Damn, dude.
Wait, John, are we exactly?
No, you
the
won.
same amount?
I won.
No, I know I won.
But yeah.
I know I won. But were we the exact same amount away?
Almost.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Because you're 51 off.
I'm 51.
And John would be 48
John would be 50
off.
well, it doesn't matter because I went over. But I mean, that's also
59,
kind of
yeah.
crazy that
59, isn't
happened
that
that
crazy?
way.
Neat.
Yeah. Wow.
Very close.
Imagine that. We're two close friends, really close
Well, wait,
on
no,
Brittany Mahomes
Tyler-
fit check.
So what, you both lose? You both get a
Yeah, we both get cooked.
nice. Eat shit, idiots.
Actually, no. I think Tyler gets cooked, doesn't he?
Is it the worst?
you both-
Is
It's
it
the
furthest
worst.
way?
Yeah, I
thought
don't get
both.
it. No, I don't get water in my face for coming in second. What the fuck? No,
I shouldn't get water in my face at all then. For any of
that's not
these.
true. Well, I know. Well, it's part of the fun, Tyler. It's part of the fun. Why don't you just pour that beer on your head right now and we'll count it? All right. Well, that's the Brittany Mahomes fit check, as you know, Jake's favorite segment. Who's
Tyler
taking
loses.
a 5-gallon bucket to the face? 5 gallons
Tyler
of
loses
what?
over a cheap workout outfit.
I don't. Was she wearing jewelry, Slink? It's not shown in the.
No, nothing.
At least she's not. She doesn't want to advertise it. Apparently,
She's
I think it's
working
just an
out.
Apple
She's
Watch.
probably not wearing jewelry.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past her though to have like a
We
diamond
can't. We
necklace.
can't have it be no. If it's not listed,
What's going on in the background here? You see that?
Yeah, somebody like kicking some sort of like
Oops.
workout wheel thing. Like one of
I
those
bet it's
back
fucking
stretcher-
Sterling just dicking around in the background. I
Yeah.
it's
guarantee
a
you.
toddler. So yeah,
That's also probably their home gym.
probably is.
Oh yeah.
Even though it looks
Look,
like a
stealing.
commercial
Looks
gym.
like a garage. It's not even finished.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if they got a new house. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's a watch, isn't it, Slink? All right, guys. Well, I don't think that's a bat cracker. I think that's something else. Usually those are a little bit smaller, like a foam roller or something like that. Anyways, boys, should we get into the NFL news and injury updates?
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Let's fucking
NFL news and injury updates.
It doesn't want to add Jake for some reason.
It's
What the
just-
hell?
Sorry, Jake.
Wait, where am I? What?
No, you're back. You're back. Don't worry about it.
We're back.
So
yeah, NFL news and injury updates. Not a ton of crazy stuff, but there's some good stuff sprinkled in here. We've been gone for a month or so. Right off the top, New Orleans Saints quarterback Derek Carr has suffered a shoulder injury that could impact his availability for the entirety of the 2025 NFL season, per Ian Rappaport.
what?
Reportedly,
that.
surgery is an option, but this leaves things very up in the air for the Saints at the quarterback position.
Who?
Damn, that's crazy.
So imagine the Saints have no Derek Carr. That kind of throws a loop in things, right? Because who else is rostered on
Spencer
their team?
Rattler. Don't they have Spencer Rattler? He's great. He's like Patrick Mahomes light.
He's started games in the NFL, right?
Yeah.
They do indeed have Spencer Rattler.
Is that it?
Let me look at the Saints
Taysom
roster.
Hill, Ben DiNucci.
Yo,
Yeah,
Taysom
Taysom
Hill
Hill.
resurgence. He tore his ACL last year though, so I think
Jake
he's
Hayner, honestly. Might
Yeah.
be Jake Hayner.
I'm
Oh,
trying to find
brother.
a picture of him.
I mean, well, it's tough. I mean, when you have such a great season like QB 26, you know, he's been a QB one time in his entire career.
Wow.
2016, he threw for 3,937, 28 TDs, and 6 INTs.
I'm just gonna show a picture of Tim Boyle because I can't find anything else.
Damn, I kind of might just drop Derek Carr.
What did you trade for him?
Cade Stover.
What? You traded Cade Stover? Who? Really?
Yeah.
The tight end that has done not a goddamn thing at all?
He had 1 touchdown last season.
Damn, that was a really good trade.
Yeah, he was also a rookie.
Fuck, dude.
So he's a rookie tight end. And he also, I don't know.
It's also worth noting.
Mac also had the other tight end, I believe.
It is worth noting that the Saints do hold the number 9 overall pick. So if Shadur Sanders were to fall, that is something they could do.
I could see that.
Not the craziest thing in the world, but that certainly doesn't help their outlook. So yeah, something to keep an eye on.
Do we know where he's trending right now? Like, I mean,
there have been no updates as of yet as to the severity of it still and even what the shoulder injury is. It's tough in the offseason because we don't have to have like a weekly report from the team. So there's really no other info out there right now. So just something to keep an eye on, I guess.
I'm going to pull up the mock drafts here, see what's cooking. Wow, really? Oh, man.
For what it's worth, USA Today does have a mock draft with Shadur Sanders going at number 9 to the Saints.
I'm looking at that right now, actually, from USA Today.
Yeah.
Let me pull that up. That's why we need a producer's link. There we go. Shadur Sanders from Colorado to, you guessed it, the Saints. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the speculation on there is because of the injury, but
where do people think Cam Ward's going? Oh, yeah, Tennessee Titans. Yeah, I'm telling you, dude. That's why I said Treylon Burks.
Treylon Burks resurgence, baby. I only waited 3 years.
He said 3 guys that no one could argue are worse than Treylon Burks.
But Treylon Burks is the 4th best receiver in the NFL is what you're saying, right?
That's what Cam Ward seems to think because I think he wants the number 1 overall money.
He could just say cool shit about Calvin Ridley, and that would also be fine with me because I have him too. He could be like, Calvin Ridley's the best ever, but also a gambler.
Boy, I do love Tennessee.
I sure love whiskey and driving fast.
And mountains and bears. Miami Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill was involved in a domestic dispute with his wife in Sunny Beach, Isles last week. There is no update on whether or not the NFL is considering taking corrective action.
Evergreen offseason Tyreek Hill news.
Oh,
yeah. I feel incredible. Like you can't have an offseason without Tyreek Hill hitting a woman. You know, like at this point,
yeah,
it just doesn't really exist.
Kid. It's one or the other, but it's happening.
Yeah, you know it's going to go down no matter what.
Yeah.
Was this? You forgot this cap? Was it? Oh, you're telling me that? Okay, and they don't want to trade him either. I don't buy that. I think he signs with the Patriots.
Who?
No. What?
If we
don't have the money for that. No.
We do have them. We're the only team with the money for that.
I'm sorry. We shouldn't have the money for that. We shouldn't pay him money. All right, Tyreek Hill and Stephon Diggs on the same roster. Do we get compensatory picks if they fucking kill each other?
Yeah, if they stab each other in the locker room.
We get 2 firsts, then maybe.
You don't think that they would be, receptive of the fact that they both should get targets in the game?
Negative.
No way.
Well, I don't know, man. I think he could go and just make the Patriots fun to watch again. That'd be cool.
That's wishful thinking from a Pats fan.
That's all we have.
All set with that.
Yeah.
Wide receiver Julio Jones has officially announced his retirement from the NFL. One of the greatest to ever do it. Feels like he's already been retired. Not gonna lie. Kind of forgot.
Was he on a roster?
He was most recently with the Titans, I think. Right?
I knew he was with the Titans, but I thought he was like done. I didn't realize he was on a roster last year. I thought he was done the year prior.
I don't think he was on a roster last year, but he announced his retirement this year.
But he just didn't. Oh, he didn't officially retire.
As he was a free agent.
Maybe he thought somebody would pick him up for a Super Bowl run or something.
Yeah, it's possible.
Well, that's what the Bucks did, and then they lost. So, well, I guess that was like 2-3 years ago now.
Oh, the Eagles.
I don't know.
Oh,
oh, he was on the Eagles.
You're right.
So did he get a ring? He did then. If he was on the Eagles.
2024, he shows no stats.
Well, no, he didn't play, but was he on the team? Is the question.
I have no idea. I feel like if he was on the team, it would at least show the fact that, like, it would show 0% of snaps. You know what I'm saying? 2024, there's just nothing.
No, he did not.
Damn.
But it says he was on the Eagles, so that might have been like a Melvin Gordon situation where he got a ring.
Brother, why is Henry Ruggs trending up on Sleeper right now? Can we please not do this?
Well, he's not trending up any more than Treylon Burks.
Fourth best wide receiver in the league.
Henry Ruggs is rostered in 5% of leagues, and Treylon Burks is rostered in 27% of leagues. That's actually more than I thought.
Yeah, but one of them's in prison. For
the fact that one of them is a first-round pick that was acquired because the team traded away AJ Brown, and the other one killed somebody and is in jail from 3 to 10 years, and there's only a difference of 21% rostered.
That guy should have gotten so much more jail time, dude.
Yeah,
he should have served. He should have served 15 to 20 minimum.
Yeah,
5 for the dog, 20 for the person, at least.
Yeah, I'm on board with way more. That's crazy.
Or 20 for the dog, 5 for the person. Dogs are cool, you know.
5 dog years in prison.
Damn, that's
5 dog years would be a lot. Or no,
that would be a lot. That's like 35 years,
a shitload.
Right?
Yeah,
that'd be a lot.
That's 42 years.
That was quick math.
It's 7 times
quick
5.
Maths. Doesn't have to be a multiple of 5. It's not 42.
What? 5
no, it's
times
7. Dog years is 7 years, I think.
7, 5. Yeah, dog years is 7 piece.
Yeah,
7 times 5 is 42.
Oh, that's true, Slink. It does depend on the size of the dog, I guess. Like if we're talking like golden retriever, then
are you math checking me on this?
Yeah, it's 35, brother. I'm trying to make sure I'm not getting
5 times 7.
Yes,
7, 14,
it has to be a multiple
21,
of 5.
28, 35. You're right. But 6 times 7 is I fucked that up. But 6 times 7 is I gave him one more. My math wasn't right. But
either way, he should be in jail a lot longer.
Of 7.
I thought I was getting pranked. I was like, wait, what?
Hold on.
The Arizona Cardinals made Trey McBride the highest paid tight end in NFL history by signing into a 4-year deal worth $76 million. I bet you Trey McBride knows how to count.
Yeah, probably. No, he can pay people to know how to count.
He can pay statisticians, mathematicians. Yeah. No, locking up Trey McBride is a great move for the Cardinals. He's been unbelievable. He's a slam dunk fantasy tight end draft moving forward, I think.
Yeah.
2nd round pick. You think he goes later?
Ooh, I don't know.
I think it was top 5 last year.
He didn't have an insane year last year for the fantasy. So I think he's a steal this year, unless the hype train gets going, which is entirely possible.
I think he might. You know how with tight ends, man. I think he goes 2nd or 3rd round. At the latest. Like at this point, so you got to hope he finishes top 3.
I like Hawkinson this year. I think you're gonna be able to get him for I think you're gonna be able to get him for a steal for where he's.
I like Hawkinson at a value, but I don't like Hawkinson like as that's my guy 100%. He's gonna be top 5.
I'm not saying he's my guy. I'm just saying I think he's gonna be a value. That's always how I'm drafting.
Sure.
I seldom
Hawkinson's
have guys.
gonna go in like the 10th round.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I think he's going to pop off because he didn't have a full season last year, and he was still good with what he had.
No, for sure. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah.
No, I think that's great for Trey McBride. I think that's really good for Austin too, who I was actively in trade negotiating. I mean, we didn't get that far, but like I did send a few trades.
Sometimes John will be like, I'm actively in trade negotiations, but it's just him sending bullshit to people.
Please,
no. You literally said no. You said in our chat that Austin said John sent me like a reasonable offer or something.
The offer wasn't unreasonable.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
But usually it's just bullshit.
Yeah. No. I'm trying to be better because like I know that people in our league aren't complete idiots aside from a handful.
Yeah, we could have vetted those guys
aside from most of them.
Aside from like at least half of them.
Can you believe Ben owns the last 5 picks of the first round?
I can because he has like fucking 60 picks over the next 3 years. It's like insane.
He's gonna have to trim most of his picks that he makes.
Oh, he's not getting any more roster space. Like
that's what I'm saying.
Like half his roster is gonna end up on the waiver wire. So I'm basically gonna draft those guys. Like, like who?
I mean, he's only gonna draft or drop the bad ones. So I think he'll be fine.
Well, he's got.
He's also got a bunch of nobodies on his roster right now. Anyway,
he's probably going to drop them prior to the draft, which is in. It starts in 11 days. Like it's coming up here.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Can't
the
wait
NFL
to
draft
pay attention to it.
Well,
draft.
we do the 24-hour draft now, though. So like you're going to be tempted to buy into it.
True. I might be. You never know.
That's what happened to me, and I fucked up. So
yeah, that's
what'd you do again?
Classic lesson.
I traded away 2/3 Chuba Hubbard, Miles Sanders, and ended up with Blake Corum.
Yeah, well, Jerry's still out, I guess.
I think so. I mean, he didn't get. I mean, it's Kyron Williams. You're playing behind Kyron Williams. I think he's on the last year of his contract this year. So
Kyron Williams is good.
I know that's what I'm saying. Is like he's playing behind him. So how could I just thought the Rams would do what they've done in the past, where they didn't invest that much in Kyron Williams. So let him go. Blake Corum's the new guy. I don't know. That was my logic. I was also just wanted to be a part of the draft.
If Kyron Williams had any other season, then yeah. But Kyron Williams is unbelievable. So if I'm the Rams, I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, we're sticking with this guy. So
yeah, come to find out, he almost won me a championship in another league. So
he was exceedingly good. Geno Smith has signed a 2-year deal with the Las Vegas Raiders. So Tom Brady's got himself a weapon, let me tell you. This was a little bit surprising to me, considering the fact that the Raiders really don't have a whole lot going on offense. But Geno Smith could be their bridge guy. And like John Scott pulled up right now, when you got somebody like Max Crosby on your team, you're going to be competitive still. So if they can figure out a way to make this thing work, make a couple moves in the draft, make a splash, then you never know.
Well, I don't think so. They're in a really tough division. I think no matter what, they finish 3rd or 4th. That's such a tough. I mean, it's been a tough division over the last couple of years with the Chiefs, and the Chargers are building a nice team, and the Broncos have a really solid team. Like, it's just good luck.
Yeah,
that's tough. But yeah, I mean, I think it's cool. Like, I like that Tom Brady is in the is so involved in the NFL, even though he's not playing anymore, and it's should be interesting.
Yeah,
I'd love to see the Raiders beat the Chiefs in the regular season. I guess that's what I'm saying.
And also, if I'm not mistaken, Pete Carroll in the building for the Raiders this year. So
he's still there.
Yeah,
he's still alive, cooking. 78 years old.
This is his first year back. He was gone last year, right? And then this year's back with the Raiders.
Yeah, I think he was gone for a couple of years.
Yeah, so
yeah,
I think he was. I mean, if nothing else, they're trying to just make it more competitive. I don't know. I think the Raiders could be kind of nice, though. You never know.
They need a running back. That's for sure.
They need pretty much every position.
They're probably getting Jainty in the top 10 picks. That guy, the 101 in Dynasty draft.
To build off of. Yeah, you never know. So
it'd be cool.
But either way, seeing Geno Smith get re-signed to a pretty significant deal like this late in his career, after watching his first 3 seasons in the NFL, is crazy, though. Same with Sam Darnold.
Jets, dude.
Yeah,
fucking ridiculous. I'm waiting for Zach Wilson now.
Turns out the Jets can draft. They just can't.
They can draft. They just can't coach. They suck.
That might be the problem. I don't know. With Aaron Glenn, I think we could. I mean, I thought honestly Robert Saleh was going to be the answer, but it turns out no.
Well, it turns out he didn't even get a chance.
Yeah, goddamn Aaron Rodgers.
Ridiculous. You're going to fire Robert Saleh after 3 games?
Yeah, I know.
What a joke. What a joke.
I mean, he built a good defense, but that offense they couldn't win games. So I mean, that's
sign Aaron Rodgers. It wasn't him.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
If Robert Saleh got to run a roster, I think that would have been a different story.
Yeah, big time. Speaking of what the hell are you doing? The Giants have signed Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston to their active roster.
Russell Wilson.
Who gets the start? You think they just flip a coin every week? This is how they become competitive again?
I don't give a fuck. I just can't wait to watch the Giants implode more than they already have. I think it's so funny that Russell Wilson is a journeyman QB now, and he's going to keep cooking. You know how he is.
What does this mean for Malik Neighbors?
I think it's fine. I think it's
I think
totally
it's fine.
fine.
Yeah, Malik Neighbors is still going to get 13 targets a game.
Bro, if J-Mo is out there, I'm putting the house on Neighbors. Like,
I think he could be the wide receiver one.
He
With under
genuinely
both
has a shot.
circumstances. You know? Like,
yeah, I'm really not worried about it.
I think unlimited diarrhea can lead to unlimited targets for Malik Neighbors.
Unlimited diarrhea.
Unless Jameson Williams makes a business decision to be quote unquote hurt, I don't see a problem with it.
Jameis, you said Jameis, you mean Jameis Winston? You said Jameson Williams. I don't think he's on the Giants.
Oh, Jesus. No, I did. Yeah. I meant Malik Neighbors. God damn.
Yeah.
That's
Damn,
okay. We just roll with it. We knew what
your
you
brain just completely concocted something together. That
absolutely blacked out for a second.
I think it's because the Wi-Fi is not getting through that brick wall.
That's it. That's what
all
happened.
5G, brother.
The Wi-Fi is running my brain.
Take them headphones off. They're rotting your brain.
Gosh. What else you got, Tyler?
The Bengals have agreed to extensions with both Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, locking both of them in for the next 4 years.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to have any other players.
Man,
but
they're going to
cool.
score 60 points a game and give up 75.
Yeah.
That defense
is pretty accurate.
God awful.
Yeah, that's insane.
They've been hosting a bunch of visits from day 2 running backs too. So like, they should be drafting.
What about Chase Brown, dude? He's the
man.
guy. Chase Brown's the guy at least this year, for sure, dude.
Yeah, in your heart.
I mean, I might keep him for like a fucking 13th round pick in our league.
I wouldn't blame you. I think why wouldn't you? Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
even if they do draft a guy if he's not a world beater, who's to say that they don't?
I think I could easily keep my 2 running backs could be Chase Brown and Kyron Williams, and I could have them both after the 10th round.
Yeah,
that would be gross.
Which is insane. Yeah, imagine I could just draft Saquon Barkley in the first round.
Could you imagine?
We'll see.
No, if you take Saquon Barkley, he's going to be cursed.
He'll probably suck, which would be really awesome for me in the Dynasty League because that's where I really want to win. I don't care about the other league as much.
Yeah.
Because it seems unfair with some of the keepers that we have. It's like this shouldn't be allowed, but
it's kind of true.
You were just talking about 2 guys who were really great that you're going to get for past 10th rounders. I don't know.
But like it feels a little bit more illegal than the Dynasty League.
It's because I've won a bunch of them. That's the only reason you're saying that.
Well, yeah, because they're a little bit tainted.
Yeah,
because you got Justin Jefferson in the 14th.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. Dude, if you had 5 championships in that league right now, you'd be like, well, that's the league that really matters.
If I just had 1, I would say that.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's crazy for the Bengals. Good luck. Did Trey Hendrickson leave?
Not that I know of.
Because that's like their one defender.
Oh no.
So if he's gone,
yeah, he did. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know how they
trade predictions. Yeah. There are lots of trade predictions. Sees Commanders flip 2 picks for Trey Hendrickson.
The Commanders are going to be disgusting next year.
They rejected multiple offers.
Yeah.
The Commanders, dude. I can't believe they made the AFC Championship. That still feels like a fever dream.
Yeah, that's
or the
unbelievable.
NFC. Yeah.
So yeah, Trey Hendrickson's still there. Yeah, jury's out on the Bengals, man. Yeah, like Jake said, they'll probably score 1 million points and let up 1,002 points. So
great for fantasy. I don't care. They're just gonna win 7 games. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm buying in on Jamar Chase and T. Higgins next year.
Oh, sure. God, yeah. If you haven't bought in already, then you still.
Oh no, I'm saying but there's every reason to next year.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Dude, what about Yosavash? I mean, why not?
Yosavash? I thought they weren't going to be able to pay these 2 guys. So I was wrong about that, but
yeah, well, I mean
it's bad for the Bengals, but I had every reason to think that they wouldn't pay these 2 top wide receivers.
I mean, going forward, I guess just bank on them making bad business decisions.
I guess
that seems to be the case. They're gonna have to pay Joe Burrow at some point too, didn't they? Not have they given him a?
Yeah, they paid Joe Burrow.
Mm-hmm.
Then how the fuck are they? I don't know how they're doing this.
Yeah, his extension from 2023, he's under contract through 2029. He signed a 5-year, $275 million deal.
Yeah, I don't know how the logistics work out there.
Yeah, it's insane.
That's great.
Absolutely insane. And then one last thing here. Oh yeah, Chiefs officially re-signed Juju Smith, doo-doo shit poopster.
There you go. There you go.
God bless.
Damn. We play our cards right. Maybe we get another pipe picture this year.
Yeah, hell
God,
yeah.
I hope so.
Wait
Just
for
make
that.
sure you're hot on the buzzer if he ever goes live on Snapchat.
Yep, screen record.
Put that shit on Reddit immediately.
Travis Hunter and Shadur Sanders are having their jersey numbers retired by Colorado before the NFL draft.
Shadur Sanders is not even the best quarterback from Colorado.
Who's the best quarterback?
I don't even remember his name because I was talking about this with Mac, who's a fan. But he's not the best quarterback, and his overall record was like 13-11, like barely 500.
I mean,
I know that's not necessarily a QB stat, but like, come on, what are we doing here?
That sounds like Eli Manning's
Shadur Sanders, for what it's worth, credit where credit's due, did set single season passing yards record and single game passing yards record as well for the school.
I don't know as if that's the reason to retire this number, because those are records that can be broken pretty easily. Not pretty easily, but those are records that can be broken.
Career passing touchdowns for the school, Shadur Sanders number 1. Single season passing yard touchdowns number 1. That's pretty good, man.
I think what this comes down to
jersey, like, I mean, let's look at some of the other jerseys retired at like who is Alabama retired?
Well, that's an insane.
Or
point.
Michigan.
Yeah, that's not a good comp. I mean, think of like Marshall.
Jersey, Michigan. Well.
Let me go back to the next one.
Anyway, they're getting their jersey numbers retired before the NFL draft, which is kind of crazy if you think about it, because a lot of players go to the NFL and then have to have a full NFL career and then get their jersey numbers retired by their alma mater. So I think egos are probably through the roof right now a little bit.
It's not a good look.
Marshall College has never retired a jersey.
Very good.
Really?
So, as it turns out.
How about that? Maybe that was a
Yeah.
bad example. Maybe like Old Miss. Can you think
That's
of
a pretty
any
high
player from Old
program.
Miss?
Um,
Yeah, but it's like a state school.
Michigan retired jerseys. Okay, these guys are from the 40s, so not them.
Very good.
Desmond
Yeah,
Howard.
give me Super Bowl era. Give me Super Bowl era.
Desmond Howard.
Okay.
Desmond Howard. That's it. He's the only one who's been retired. And he was a Heisman winner. He returned a 93-yard punt against Ohio State to win that. And then he was a part of 4 Big Ten championship teams and participated in 3 Rose Bowls. And he caught 134 balls for 2,000 yards, 32 touchdowns.
College teams have such big rosters that I don't even know if they can justify retiring jersey numbers,
every other guy on here played in like leather helmets.
So here's this for context. John happened to bring up Ole Miss, and this is actually a great example. Ole Miss has only ever retired 3 jersey numbers.
Okay.
Archie Manning,
Love it.
Chucky Mullins, and Eli Manning. Eli Manning got retired. His jersey number retired at Ole Miss in 2021.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
How about if Shadur left and went and had a historic career at the in the NFL, I'd be like, yeah, absolutely. But
where did Michael Vick go to school? Can you see if they retired his number?
Quarterback, but like, I mean, for college, I don't think he's going to translate for what it's worth. Travis Hunter, I get, and I'm actually really like on board with that. That makes sense.
I feel like Shadur Sanders, it's just like any quarterback coming into college. If they're coached correctly and developed correctly, he's clearly an elite athlete, and you could go anywhere and do anything. It just completely depends on the situation.
He has to end up in the right situation. These teams have to know what they're getting into. Because
oh, dude, Prime is going to be looking.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably up to him where he ends up. But I look at more like Travis Hunter as like, is he going to be good for fantasy? I don't know. Because if they use him for both positions, he's not.
I have so many questions about Travis Hunter that just can't be answered.
They'll be answered
until
after
this fucking season starts, dude.
Yeah.
Even what team he lands on, that means nothing. Like,
I think we'll know. I think we'll know at the draft, at least how they're going to use him. Like we know if he'll be relevant if he's a wide receiver, or he will be completely irrelevant if he's a cornerback, primarily, because they'll probably still put him in on like special packages.
Yeah,
but you don't want that.
It's not sustainable at that level. You cannot play both.
He'll be a
sides of the ball.
fascinating player for IDP leagues, though.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, absolutely.
I mean, is there?
But the
anybody
question
that's
is,
played like him?
is he like it? I mean, just like think about like Taysom Hill, tight end quarterback situation, right? Or they use him at running back. It's like insane, right? So
Yeah.
if as long as you let that player score points for both, then sure, like you'll get all those points.
Well, that's what I'm saying. IDP, because you still have in IDP, you'd still have scoring on for all those other tracking, like those metrics.
Yeah,
like
you can't turn it off based on the position.
No.
So yeah, it would actually be broken.
Yeah, because there's leagues where like in some of those leagues, quarterbacks will get points for like a tackle.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Like if they throw like Jameis Winston would be crazy for that.
There's a Twitter. I know where you're going.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about this before, where it's like the only players you can draft are quarterbacks, and it's whenever they record a tackle, it's worth like 800 points. And so every time
it's a regular league, but it's 100 points per tackle. So
that's what
anytime.
Yo, I'm gonna add that in the kicker league next year.
Fumbles, whatever. And tackle
I'm adding that in the
you get
kicker league.
You win the week.
Yeah, you just win the week straight up. And they would like post screenshots. They're like, let's fucking go. Because they'll be like, it's like one quarterback every 4 weeks or something might record a tackle on like a interception return or so, just like some weird shit. Oh, it's so good.
It's really funny.
That's crazy. All right, so hands up for adding that feature to the kicker league then.
Why not?
Yeah, shit. I mean, honestly,
you punters, kickers,
and then a punter or a kicker tackle somebody. That'd be hilarious.
God, I wish I could add punters, dude. God, they need to add that feature. We've done this. This will be the 3rd year of the kicker league, so we got to make it happen.
Yeah. All right, and that's what I got for the news, boys.
All right.
The news.
Kind of a dead zone for news. Mostly just beat reports, speculation. But that's the off season. We're used to it at this point. All right. With that being said, let's get into Jake's actual favorite segment.
Yeah.
Tales of the Gridiron.
Turn the page on the books of history. This is Tales of the Gridiron, narrated by Jake. Oh, yeah. We're doing that thing. Yep. Get ready. Buckle the fuck in. 'Cause it's time to hear those tales. Narrated by Jake. Let's fucking go.
Dodge.
Dodge Ram.
Yeah, that's sponsored by the Dodge Ram 67,000.
Longhorn
that,
Steakhouse.
At the end of that starts to sound like one of those Rick and Morty television bits where they're like, narrated by Jake.
Jake.
Like,
I don't know. It was sponsored by Eric Cartman in the episode where he wants the iPad.
Right.
Name, I don't want the Toshina handy book.
Or whatever the
Handy
fuck.
book.
You get the
All
Toshina
right.
handy book or nothing at all.
Okay, so John unfortunately does have some guess here.
Cartman, bruh.
So, chapter 1, Born to Ball and Talk, the legend from Rand, West Virginia. Randy Moss wasn't just born in Rand, West Virginia on February 13th, 1977. He exploded out of it like it was a 40-yard dash. Rand isn't the kind of town you grow up in. It's the kind of place you outrun, and that's exactly what Randy Moss did. A prodigy in every sport, football, basketball, baseball, and track, he treated high school like a decathlon with extra touchdowns. At DuPont High, he led the football team to back-to-back state championships, won the Kennedy Award in 1994 as West Virginia's top player, and casually sprinted his way to state championships in the 100 and 200-meter dashes. Oh, and basketball? Well, he and NBA player Jason White Chocolate Williams formed a high school backcourt so filthy that it shouldn't have been allowed in the high school. Fun fact about Williams, he's got a couple tattoos. Includes a panther on his right arm, dragon on his left arm, a couple standard things. An eye in the middle of his chest, which is what he says makes him pass so good because he has a third eye.
I love that, dude.
And in the 2000 to 2001 season, he got a tattoo of a wolf holding a basketball on his arm. He got white boy tattooed across his knuckles. He played a brand of street ball that had not been seen by a white guy up until that time. So, Chapter 2, the NCAA Tour de Chaos, from Notre Dame Dreams to Marshall Mayhem. Randy signed with Notre Dame in 1995. They had their touchdown Jesus, and it looked like destiny. However, after originally signing a letter of intent to play with Notre Dame, Moss took part in a racially charged fight at his high school that left one person hospitalized. That sounds bad, but Moss was backing up a friend in a fight against a white student who had allegedly used racist comments towards Randy's friend. So Moss was initially charged with a felony for kicking the student, but was later reduced to a misdemeanor. And on August 1st, he pled guilty to 2 counts of misdemeanor battery, and he was sentenced to 30 days behind bars at South Central Regional Jail in Charleston.
That's crazy.
He served 3 days in jail starting that night and would be required to serve the remaining 27 within the following 18 months after he completed his freshman year in college. Moss was expelled from DuPont and completed his education at Cabell Alternative School. So after that, obviously, Notre Dame didn't want to touch him. They didn't want any part of somebody who had that kind of record. So FSU took a chance. Bobby Bowden was quoted once saying, he's the coach, he's as good as Dion, maybe better. Moss, because he had already signed an offer letter with Notre Dame, was considered a transfer, which meant that he had to redshirt in 1995. But before Moss could even hit the field, he failed the drug test, which violated his probation from the fight, and he was dismissed from FSU.
Oh, yeah.
Bruh.
Isn't it insane that one of the greatest wide receivers to ever do it, like at this point, 2 years out of college, feasibly, I mean, he could have gone on to do nothing. Like there's that, it's kind of like, I don't know if you guys know anything about Larry Bird, but Larry Bird left school after his freshman year and was a trash man in his hometown.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So
it's unbelievable.
In French Lick, Indiana. But anyway, so enter Marshall University, at the time, a Division I AA school, now became Moss's personal highlight reel training ground. In 1996, he set the NCAA 1AA records for the most touchdown let me list all of them. For the most games with a touchdown catch in a season, 14. That's every game. Most consecutive games with a touchdown pass, 13.
Every game.
Most touchdown passes caught in a season, 28, tying Jerry Rice's record.
Jesus.
Most receiving yards gained by a freshman in a season, 1,709 on 78 catches.
Oh, my God.
Still stands today.
Whoa. What's the average there? Hold on.
I'll break down his
like 130 yards a game receiving or something.
I think that's crazy. Just wait.
That's fucking stupid.
His 97 seasons. Yeah. So Moss also led the kickoff returner in Division I AA on the season, 612 yards. He averaged a 34-yard return.
Oh my God.
So from the time he got the ball, he averaged 34 yards. Yeah. So the 1996 Marshall Thundering Herd went undefeated and won the Division I AA title. And Moss had four touchdown receptions in the championship game against Montana. It was Marshall's last season before moving to Division I-A.
Wow.
Holy shit. I love their mascot, by the way, the Thundering Herd.
Thundering Herd. It's pretty badass.
Sick.
Pretty sick.
Yeah. So
Cool.
in 1997, he posted 96 catches for 1,820 yards.
Woo.
And 26 touchdowns in 13 games. That's an average stat line of 7 for 140 and 2. An average stat line. So let's break down the season a little bit more. So in 1997, Moss and quarterback Chad Pennington.
That's right.
Yep. They were the centerpiece of an explosive offense that led the Thundering Herd to a Mid-American Conference title. Moss caught 26 touchdown passes, as I mentioned. And at that time, that was a Division I-A record. And he was a first-team All-American. The first game of the season was on the road against West Virginia Mountaineers, where Marshall actually lost 42-31. But the second game is where Moss picked up right where he had left off in 1996. Moss turned around and put up 5 receptions for 186 yards and 2 touchdowns. Third game, Moss goes on to face Army. He went for 79 yards, and his first touchdown went for 79 yards, and his second touchdown marked a career long of 90 yards. And I've got a video of that, John. If you can play that first video.
Absolutely. I got you. Let's do it.
Third down, 6 yards to go now. Two deep zone. Screen. Outside screen to Moss. And he's got some room. And moves. Randy Moss. Oh, my. Oh! Now we see the speed. Randy Moss. Looks like he's going the distance. Randy Moss. What a play. Wow. Woo! 84 yards, Randy Moss. Looked like an Olympic high hurdle there when he made the last tackle of this in the secondary. And that is what Bob Sutton did not want to see today. Randy Moss.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
On a screen. 90 yards on a screen. It's insane.
5 guys.
I mean, do you see him? You see him hurdle over one guy, stiff arms another. I mean, that'll continue on to be highlights of who Randy Moss was. Somebody who had the athleticism to do it all and the strength to literally stiff arm a guy, and then the speed. And one thing that's crazy, and we'll talk about it much later when we break down what made him different, but he had deceiving speed. He was 6'4" and lanky, and when you watch him run, he does not look fast. You see these, and he doesn't look it.
Yeah,
but goddamn, is that man fast? So a week later, Moss would go on to post his third career 200-plus yard receiving game against Kent State in a 42-17 victory. 2 weeks after that was his final 200-yard game in college, where he recorded 13 catches for 205 yards and 5 touchdowns against Ball State.
Oh, my God.
In one game.
In one game. Yep. 13 for 205 and 5. I didn't do the breakdown on fantasy points. John, do the breakdown on fantasy points for that real quick while I read the rest.
Okay.
In 1997, the Ford Motor City Bowl against Ole Miss, Moss added his 26th touchdown of the season. He streaked down the right sideline and caught an 80-yard touchdown pass from Pennington to tie the score 7-7. The two teams traded the lead several times in the fourth quarter before Ole Miss running back Deuce McAllister scored on a 1-yard touchdown run with 31 seconds to play, giving them a 34-31 lead. Trying to pull out a last-second win, Pennington connected with Moss on a 40-yard pass on the final play of the game, but he was stripped of the ball as time expired. Moss finished the game with 6 receptions for 173 yards. How many points is that, John?
Give me the stats one more time.
So it was 13 catches, so 13 points, 205, and 5 touchdowns.
Okay. 6 times.
So it's 30,
I'm fucking, my brain's broken right now.
That's 30 plus 205, so 50, 60.
Just give me the yardage. Give me the yardage again.
205.
205, so 43 plus 20.5. So that would be 60.
63.5?
63 points, yeah.
Damn.
Oh, my God.
That's crazy, dude.
That is unbelievable.
That would be a league high ever. That would be the record.
That is truly unbelievable. So I'm looking up who won it this year, but that year, I thought it was who I won. So this year, Travis Hunter won the Biltonkopf Award. It's the award for the most outstanding receiver, regardless of position. And Randy Moss was the winner in 1997, but he was not the winner of the 1997 Heisman Trophy. Though a finalist, he would go on to lose to Charles Woodson, who also beat out Peyton Manning for it. So,
wow,
shit. That's a loaded ass Heisman.
Isn't that a crazy Heisman?
3 Hall of Famers in the NFL.
Be literally, I mean, that's a Super Bowl team. If just those 3 guys went out and played football,
wow,
we could fill the rest of it with us, like us and our friends, and you'd still win a Super Bowl.
Drunk, wasted, and we would still win.
So Moss finished 4th in balloting, actually.
Wow.
I don't know if you guys
know
the other guy.
I was going to say, that's third.
That's what I was going to say.
And that kid was Albert Einstein.
Yeah.
I was actually just a hacker.
So he was a consensus All-American. He won the MAC Offensive Player of the Year. The only mark on him was that he made a controversial comment in 1997.
Of course.
It was at the ceremony at Marshall University where he was commenting that in regards to the 1970 plane crash that killed most of the football team, that the crash, quote, was a tragedy, but it really wasn't nothing big. Moss later claimed that quote was taken out of context. Nate Ruffin, a surviving member of the football team, later met with Randy Moss, where he apologized.
Wait, did he survive the plane crash?
I don't know how Nate Ruffin survived the plane crash.
I'm pretty sure. I saw the movie with Matthew McConaughey and Matthew Fox from Lost, but I remember
people on board dead.
Yeah, so they all died, but Nate Ruffin must have been one of the players that didn't fly with a team because there were some players that didn't fly with a team.
Must be,
must be like the worst survivor guild of all time.
By the way, Ryan Leaf was third in Heisman voting.
Yes, I knew it was somebody who mentioned. I remember being like, "Oh, I know that guy amounted to nothing."
Yes, quite literally the worst pick of all time, the biggest bust ever.
Chapter 3, Rookie of the friggin' year. Minnesota goes deep. So Moss skipped his junior and senior years at Marshall and entered the NFL draft. He did not attend the NFL Combine, opting instead for an individual workout or Marshall's Pro Day because obviously that makes sense. That great choice by him. Marshall's head coach, Bob, would go on to inform the media that Moss had run 2 40-yard dashes and clocked them at 4.24 and 4.28. Obviously, hand timed now. Safe to say he would certainly run a 4.2, 4.3 somewhere in that neighborhood, but
gross.
Just so fast for his size. Like he just floats down the field.
It's long strides. That's why he doesn't look fast because he's got these long strides. It's like a horse. Yeah. Moss also posted a vertical leap of 47 inches.
Ooh,
which is just unbelievable.
That's a lot, right? That's got to be a lot.
Yeah. So 3.5 feet is 42. So that's 3 3/4 feet.
That's like jumping over Sterling and Bronze Mahomes.
For context, there's no official record for highest vertical in the NBA, but Michael Jordan is widely considered to have one of the highest with a reported 48-inch vertical.
Yeah. I mean, Randy Moss, he could have gone on to play any sport that he wanted to play.
Yeah.
Like that
absolutely.
was that. I mean, that's apparent. Considering that he competed and played with a player who would go on to be successful in the NBA and be a genuine contributor on teams with Shaquille O'Neal on it. So, white chocolate. So,
yeah, dude. Those other high school kids were fucking done. Dude,
that's like, have you ever heard this? Somebody came out when the Bosas had just joined the league and they were like, dude, I played against the team that both the Bosa brothers were on. And my coach would line me up against them. Just get our ass beat.
I can't even imagine. I can't imagine.
I know a kid from Bristol who played while Aaron Hernandez was playing, and he was like, it just wasn't fair. Like, it's just
my God.
It's just, I mean, anytime you have players like that at high school level that are just so ready before anybody else is.
Yeah.
I mean, the best we had one kid who ended up going D1. And still, he was on both sides of the ball. They just called his name the entire time. And he wasn't even NFL caliber. Like, you know, when you have those players, it's just unbelievable. Because you got kids that are literally never going to play another lick of football after high school.
Yeah.
Dude, my grandfather played for the Longhorns and was tackled by Mean Joe Green in college.
Damn, that's pretty cool.
That's crazy.
At least he told me he did. He might have lied about that, but he told me that. I might have to ask him again. It's been like 10 years since he told me that.
So, numerous teams had scouts on hand, and many noting the workout was jaw-dropping to watch. The Cowboy scout named Moss, quote, the most gifted prospect we've ever seen in football history. During the 1998 NFL draft, Moss, who was projected as a high first-round pick, was taken by the Minnesota Vikings with the 21st overall pick. Very late for what you would think. Even those teams that were in need of wide receivers were concerned with Moss's well-documented legal problems. The team most often cited for passing on Moss is the Dallas Cowboys. Moss grew up a Cowboys fan and wanted to play for the Cowboys.
Oh, tale as old as time.
Yeah, sounds like that time of year. Or that's kind of the
and it was
NFL.
Jerry Jones as always.
Yep.
Dallas star receiver Michael Irvin called up Moss afterwards to apologize because in Irvin's own opinion, his off-field problems were the main reason that Moss was not drafted by Dallas.
Oh my God. What a mistake.
Unreal, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah. After the draft, Moss made a point of beating the Cowboys anytime he faced them, getting the first opportunity to do so in week 13 of his rookie season. In a game held at Texas Stadium, Moss would go on to torch Dallas with 163 on 3 receptions for 3 touchdowns.
Oh my God.
Are you fucking? That's the most Randy Moss stat line of all time. Like, holy shit! I want to see that screenshot.
Yeah, insane. His rookie stat line would go on for the year would be 69 receptions, 1,313 yards, 17 TDs, a rookie record. At the end of the 1998 regular season, Moss was named to the Pro Bowl, earned the first team All-Pro honors, and won the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year for his rookie record and league-leading 17 receptions and 3rd highest receiving yardage of all time, 1,313 yards. As a rookie, he finished 3rd in voting for MVP and Offensive Player of the Year. He was named to PFWA All-Rookie Team for 1998.
Unbelievable.
I want to know how many rookies have won MVP. The fact that he was 3rd with those type of stats. I mean,
I can't think of have any MVPs, have any rookies.
The only NFL rookie to win the MVP award was Jim Brown in 1957.
Yeah.
Wow, and that was before the Super Bowl era, you know?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like across all sports, it's like Jim Brown, Wilt Chamberlain, and Wes Unseld. I don't know who that last guy is, but Wilt Chamberlain,
Jaden Daniels was in the conversation last year. Like, it wasn't impossible.
If we didn't have to give the participation trophy to Josh Allen, I think he would have been in.
Probably.
Between him and Lamar. All right. Chapter 4, straight cash and football fireworks. I'm not going to run through each one of Randy Moss's seasons individually because we don't quite have the time to do that. This is already a 13-page documentary. So I'm going to give a couple small pieces. 2005, he fake moons the crowd at Lambeau, and the NFL
and that
finds
is
him.
just a disgusting act by Randy Moss.
Dude.
Yeah.
I know the call.
$10,000.
I can hear it in my head.
Was it Chris Collinsworth or something like that? I swear
and John, if you want to go ahead and play video number 2, where Randy Moss is asked how he's going to be paying his $10,000 fine afterwards.
I would be happy to.
Write the check yet, Randy?
When you rich, you don't write checks.
How do you pay, man? If you don't write checks, how do you pay these guys?
Straight cash, homie.
Randy, were you upset about the fine?
Nah, cause it ain't nothing but 10 grand. What's 10 grand to me? It ain't next time I might shake my.
That's incredible. That's
What's
incredible.
10 grand to me? Next time I might shake my dick.
He's like Antonio Brown if he wasn't a piece of shit. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
Randy Moss is so an asshole. Like, don't get it twisted. Randy Moss is not a nice guy.
Yeah,
but he doesn't come off like a total complete piece of utter shit.
He doesn't come off like a lunatic. I think he's just like either he has the CTE in control or he just never got it because nobody could hit him.
Also, that fine now would be a lot bigger.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. But seriously, the straight cash homie, that was who Randy Moss was. He was, I mean, he had the flash, he had the pizzazz. I mean, he was, you have to play a position like wide receiver or cornerback. Oftentimes you got to be that kind of guy. And Randy Moss was that in spades.
Yeah.
So Randy would go on to play for Oakland after playing for the Vikings. He was not happy in Oakland, and on November 14th, 2006, he was honored as a kick returner by having the College Football Award for kick returners named after him. He responded to questions about his drop passes and lackluster effort in several games. Moss said, "Maybe because I'm unhappy and I'm not too much excited about what's going on, so my concentration and focus level tend to go down sometimes when I'm in a bad mood." Days later, he reiterated his unhappiness with losing games and being a member of the Raiders on his weekly segment with Fox Sports Radio, saying, "I might want to look forward to moving somewhere else next year to have another start and really feel good about going out here and playing football.
That's what your franchise wants to hear.
Just to
I
put
don't
it
want to
in
be here at all.
Yeah.
I can't wait to leave.
So 2007. I don't think I have to tell you guys what happened in 2007.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. But I want to hear it anyway.
I do have to tell the listeners. 2007, Randy's career was looking more like a Greek tragedy than it was a true legend. Once the league's most electric player, he had gone full grayscale in Oakland. Drop balls, bad vibes, and post-game interviews that sounded like a therapy session more than a presser. Everyone thought that the Moss show was canceled. Spoiler, it was just on hiatus. Enter Bill Belichick. The New England Patriots traded a 4th-round pick. Yes, a 4th-round pick for Randy Moss. In terms of Massachusetts, that's like trading a Dunkin' Donuts gift card for a Ferrari. Even Moss couldn't believe it. In his first team meeting, he walked in late, hoodie up, shades on. He said, "What's up, coach? I'm here. Let's ball." What followed was one of the most thermonuclear wide receiver seasons in NFL history. So let's break it down.
Please.
2007, 98 receptions, 1,493 yards, and 23 touchdowns. A single season record that still stands. Undefeated, 16-0 regular season. The Brady to Moss connection became less of a passing combo and more of a cheat code. The league issued an advisory. Don't let him get behind you. Defensive coordinators printed it on laminated cards, but it didn't matter. He got behind you anyway. If 1998 was Randy's introduction to the league, 2007 was his revenge tour. Every route he ran was vengeance. Every catch was a middle finger to the 20 teams that had passed on him in the draft. The deep ball was no longer a football. It was an aerial indictment. Even when defenders bracketed him with triple coverage, Moss didn't blink. Why would he? Tom Brady was once quoted saying, "Randy was always open, even when he wasn't." And it wasn't just deep fades.
Such a good quote.
It's so hard. It's so hard.
It's hard as fuck, dude.
It wasn't just deep fades. It was slants, posts, sideline toe taps, and those signature stop, oops, you fell down moves that left defensive backs looking like they were trying to catch butterflies in a hurricane.
He was catching it in double coverage in the end zone. Guys all over him, off of him.
Just ripping it out of the air like it was his, like it was made for him.
I'm gonna pull out a clip in a second here. Let me give you a second. You gotta
Moss's presence gave the Patriots something they never had before. Swagger. Not quite confidence, not the do your job discipline that we often associate with the Patriots, but swagger. Moss turned Brady from a field general into a gunslinger. He made Wes Welker look like the fastest squirrel in the NFC or in the AFC, and he made defenses cry. John, are you ready for the clip, or do you want me to continue?
I'm going to pull it up. Keep going.
Okay. The 2007 Super Bowl, the almost Super Bowl. Of course, the storybook had to have a rip in it. The helmet catch. The 17-4 loss to the Giants. Moss did score the go-ahead touchdown with 2 minutes and 42 seconds left. Brady hit him in stride, and that should have been it. Ring, legacy, confetti, cue the parade. But Eli Manning slipped away from a sure sack like he was made of baby oil. David Tyree glued a football to his skull, and Randy's record-setting season didn't get the Hollywood ending that it deserved. But still, they put the league on notice. Randy Moss wasn't washed. He was weaponized.
You ready? Here we go with a clip of him on Revis Island, or the lack thereof.
I know exactly. Yeah,
Jet defender.
Ready?
Yep.
All right.
The Jet defenders overplaying. Play the field. Play the clock.
Well, they get to the line quickly, don't they? Brady goes for the big ball to Moss. He reels it in with one hand right over Revis. Beat him this time.
I mean that's not even. There's another clip of him playing the Dolphins where he's in triple coverage, 3 guys surrounding him, and he just does this. Boop, got it, done, touchdown.
Yep.
Not even close.
I mean that clip right there encapsulates what it was for Brady and Moss to work together. It, like I said, it was a cheat code. It was, I mean, that was a perfect ball placement, and Randy was able to grab it. And it was like they were on the same wavelength. Brady has had that with other wide receivers. Randy Moss was really the first one where it was an entire different level that you'd almost never seen.
Jake, I don't know if you know this, but that season, Tom Brady and Randy Moss both like broke NFL records on the same play. And those records, I don't think they still stand. I think Brady's was broken by Mahomes like 5 or 6 years ago. But on the same play, week 18 against the Giants, a game, of course, against the Giants, right? They played them the last game of the regular season. It was like third or fourth quarter. Tom Brady throws a bomb down the sideline, and he catches that 24th touchdown, and Tom Brady gets his 50th touchdown of the year.
Oh, yeah.
Which broke Peyton Manning's record of 49 and Randy Moss. I don't know whose record he broke at 23.
He broke Jerry Rice's of 22. So Moss got 23.
Fuck it, 23.
On the same play.
Both records broken.
Does 23 still stand?
Yes.
I think
it does. That one's going to fall soon. Unfortunately, with the added games,
with more games, of course, but
you're going to have a couple guys go nuclear in a couple.
Yeah,
2
Randy
games,
Moss with 23, Jerry Rice 22, Devontae Adams 18.
But 23, that's 5 more in a 16-game season. Like
no one has gotten within any. The closest in recent memories, Jamar Chase at 24 in 2024.
Well,
before that, it's
wait,
that would break it. You mean 14?
Oh, wait, hold on. Leaders. This is 30. Why does it say 30? Oh, I'm sorry. That's not the 17. My bad.
Okay.
17. I was like, 24 would break the record.
There's like this spreadsheet that somebody made, and there's 24 next to their name that is not the
Must
touchdown
be a
number.
Bengals fan.
It's the year. Or something.
Yeah.
All right. So 2008 to 2010, Randy Moss is still breaking necks. Even after Brady went down week 1 of 2008, Moss will go on to put up 69 catches.
Sorry, Slink. Sorry.
What?
Slink's a Jets fan. I just saw the comments.
Not
I'm sorry, Slink. I'm sorry, bro.
Moss will go on to put up 69 catches for 1,000 yards and 11 touchdowns with Matt Castle at QB. It's like winning Top Chef with a microwave.
Crazy, bro. Crazy.
The microwave.
So the following season, Brady would return, and Moss would casually post 83 receptions for 1,264 yards and 13 touchdowns. But by 2010, the magic had started to fade. Moss was clashing with Belichick over contract talks. His role, maybe the cafeteria food, hard to say, but it just wasn't there anymore. During a post-game presser after the Week 1 win, he ranted about not being appreciated. 2 weeks later, he was traded back to Minnesota. When asked if he felt disrespected in New England, Moss replied, "When I'm gone, I want them to say I was a good person, not just a good player." And that was it. 3.5 seasons, 1 undefeated regular season, 1 NFL record, and the brief resurrection of one of the most freakishly talented athletes to ever lace up cleats in New England. Chapter 5. The Vikings Part 2, the Titans, and a forgotten Super Bowl. 2 days after the Patriots game against Miami, Moss was traded to the Minnesota Vikings in exchange for Vikings' 3rd-round selection, later used to select quarterback Ryan Mallett in the 2011 NFL Draft. Isn't that crazy that they got him for a 4th? Traded
3.5 years later. Yeah.
Unbelievable. Goddamn Bill Belichick.
Yep.
The Patriots also sent a 2012 7th-rounder as part of the trade. But anyway, on November 1st, less than 4 weeks after being traded to Minnesota, Vikings head coach Brad Childress told Vikings players in a team meeting that Moss was going to be waived by the team. One day after he criticized Childress and his teammates in a press conference following the Vikings' loss to the Patriots at Gillette Stadium. Just before the press conference, Moss reportedly told team owner Ziggy Wilf that Childress was unfit to coach in the NFL and he should be fired. Wilf reportedly considered firing Childress and keeping Moss, but Moss was officially waived the next day on November 2nd. Childress was eventually fired on November 22nd. So they really cleaned house there.
They always are in Minnesota.
Crazy. Moss would go on to be claimed by the Tennessee Titans, the only team to submit a claim on November 3rd, 2010, which is insane. Can you imagine coming off of a 83, 1,213 season, having a little bit, this is like not even that crazy prima donna problems for that kind of production. Terry
You're telling me the Broncos, the Colts, the Ravens, like none of those teams at that time wanted to sign Randy Moss.
Nobody put in a waiver claim for him. So Moss finished the 2010 season with a career low interceptions, 28, receiving yards, 393. Titans stated that they did not plan to re-sign Moss in the 2011 season, and he became a free agent. On August 1st, 2011, Moss's agent, Joe Siegel, announced that Moss's decision to retire from professional football. On February 13th, 2012, his 35th birthday, Moss announced that he was coming out of retirement. He was ready to play again.
Let's go.
On March 12th, 2012, I had no idea that this was a thing.
I didn't know this either.
Moss signed a 1-year contract with the San Francisco 49ers for an undisclosed amount.
That's right.
After a workout with team's head coach Jim Harbaugh. After knowing Jim Harbaugh, I can't imagine what he was saying. He's probably a big guy. Slapping him on the back and shit. Yeah, I love watching Harbaugh interact with Herbert. Moss eventually went on to play in Super Bowl. What is that? XL. I can never tell when these ones. XLVII. 40 maybe.
40.
Oh, he played in 36 or the Ravens.
Wait, you said
Ravens
XLVII?
It's Ravens in San Francisco. So he had 2 receptions for 41 yards in the 34-31 loss to the Baltimore Ravens. Moss would end up retiring the following season.
Oh my God, he was that close to a fucking ring, dude.
Yeah.
Even then, he almost got a ring.
He was.
That was the blackout game. That was the year the lights went out in the stadium, and then the whole
Yep, I remember.
The momentum shifted to the Ravens. Oh my God.
That's because Ray Lewis was stabbing people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
wow, that's crazy.
Okay. Chapter 5. The man behind the Moss. Fishing poles and film rooms. Post-retirement, Moss traded his cleats for fishing rods and a mic on ESPN. He became a surprisingly tender analyst, part professor, part trash talker. Julian Edelman once said, Moss showed up conditioning with no socks and still smoked the field. You know how demoralizing it is to be 22 and realize that Randy Moss at 35 is still outrunning your soul? He teared it up on air. He mentored young players, and he's shown more heart post-football than many expected. Chapter 6. What made Randy Moss great? The blueprint of a once-in-a-generation talent. So I'll go over some of these major points. We don't have to talk about them too in depth, but basically, Randy Moss had rare speed paired with long stride efficiency. As we've already kind of talked about, he's 6'4", but his long, fluid strides allowed him to cover ground effortlessly, deceptively. Defensive backs often underestimated how quickly he could eat up a space. Hand timed at 4.24 for the 40. Moss had world-class straight speed, but what set him apart was how little effort it seemed to require for him to do. He could separate from defenders vertically without needing a hard cut or acceleration burst. He simply just glided past them. Elite ball tracking and body control. That's how he mossed people. Moss had an extraordinary ability to locate and adjust to the football in air. Whether it was a deep fade or an underthrown go route or a back shoulder throw to the sideline, Moss could reposition his body mid-stride and make the catch without breaking rhythm. He excelled at late hands, a receiver's skill of showing his hands at the last second to avoid tipping off the defender. That subtlety, combined with his awareness of the sideline, made him one of the best ever at securing contested catches while staying in bounds. I think that's something, if you really watch his football, his tape, you see that where you have guys that are not watching the ball, they're watching Randy, and he is not putting his hands up until literally the last possible second to snatch that ball. So there's nothing they can do about it if they can't hand fight and keep from it at the last second.
Wow.
So leaping ability, catch radius, 6'4" frame, 47 inches. Another piece of what allowed him to moss people. He had high level coordination. He had excellent hands, and his route understanding and defensive manipulation were unlike any other. Though not always asked to run a full route tree, especially early in his career, he had a nuanced understanding of coverage and spacing. He knew how to attack leverage, how to find holes in zone defenses, and how to pace his routes to create late separation. What made him particularly dangerous was his ability to sell vertical routes. His deep threat was so credible that defenders would bite on it, giving him room to break off routes underneath. When paired with quarterbacks like Tom Brady or Dante Culpepper, who understood how to read defenses in real time, Moss was nearly impossible to scheme against. Moss played with intensity. He thrived in the big moments and responded to challenges with focus and fire. While his passion was sometimes misunderstood, his competitiveness was undeniable. He wanted the ball in key situations, and more often than not, he got it and he delivered. Teammates have consistently described him as sharp, instinctual, and demanding of himself like he was with others. A player who understood the moment and expected to win every matchup. He didn't just want to make plays. He wanted to take games over. Yeah, we can see, John, you're playing week 7, 2007 against Miami. See that one more
Yeah,
time.
this game's insane. It'll
I
show
mean,
the stat line at the end.
Right over people, man.
Yeah,
That's not even the craziest catch of the game.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh, was that? Oh, Crowder. Yeah.
And that's
good
in
defense
Miami.
back then, too. They had a good defense. Yeah, this is when we
That
could actually
team
beat 28-7 in Miami. That will never happen again.
2007 was maybe the best team.
Tom Brady has so much time, though, dude. His offensive line was look at that.
I mean, just ripping it. Those guys can't do it. They can't do a thing. Just
that guy hurt himself.
Not even close.
Dog.
He's walking into the end zone and catching it over in triple coverage.
Yeah, I mean,
done. Well, that might be a little push off there, actually.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Perfect passer rating for Tom Brady.
That's unbelievable. 11 for 220 and 4 is absolutely
Or
insane.
when they torched the Titans in the snow and they sat Tom Brady, he could have broken the NFL record.
The full game.
So, Chapter 7, Tales from the Locker Room, Moss the Myth. So, I want to share just a handful of stories and quotes from guys about Randy Moss. I'm going to start with a couple quick hitters. He bet Kevin Falk that he could hit the goalpost from behind the bench. He one-stepped, tossed it, and nailed it. He skipped a meeting for quote unquote business. The business was fishing, where he caught 2 trouts. During walkthroughs, he would catch a pass, walk off the field, and say, "That's 6." Asked why he stopped, he said, "Ain't nobody out there fast enough to catch me." A few longer ones. Bobby Bowden, FSU head coach. Coach, he's just faster than everybody. Before Moss ever played it down at Florida State, head coach Bobby Bowden got a glimpse of what he was working with during practice. Even though Moss redshirted, he routinely torched FSU's first-team defense. Seen a lot of fast guys. Deion Sanders was fast, but Randy, he had a different kind of gear. He was as good as Deion, maybe better. And that's not something Bowden said lightly. When your fastest player makes other elite players look like pedestrians, you've got something special. Ooh, Slink's going to like this one a lot. Darrell Revis, all-pro cornerback. Quote, "He made me quit football for 24 hours. He embarrassed me, just straight up torched me. I told my mom I was done with football. Luckily, I came back the next day."
I told my mom I was done with football.
He did not say that.
Imagine admitting that, too.
He came from being that came after Moss torched Revis on a slant and go and walked in with 6 with ease. This came from a man known for putting people on Revis Island. Moss wasn't stranded. He bought the boat, the bait, and the fishing rod. Bill Belichick. People always talk about Randy's athleticism, and yeah, that's obvious. But what they miss is how smart he was. Randy saw the whole field. He knew where the safety was supposed to be before the snap. He'd make you pay if he wasn't there. Bill Belichick, as we know, is notoriously tight-lipped. So this high praise doesn't happen often.
Yeah.
Especially about a guy's football IQ. You're more likely to hear Belichick say that you could be playing football down at Foxborough High School.
Foxborough. Gets down to Foxborough High School can make that catch.
Yeah. He always also told the story of Moss approaching him after practice to review tape. Not of his catches, but of his run blocking. He wanted to get better in every part of the game. He didn't just show up and expect greatness. He studied it. Like I said, he was a guy who delivered on greatness that he expected from others. Fred Smoot, NFL cornerback. Smoot, known for his trash talk, lined up against Moss with confidence, but it didn't last. First play of the game, I jam him. I'm in his hip. I'm feeling good. Then he hits his second gear I didn't even know existed. He's gone. Touchdown. I just looked to the sideline like, y'all saw that too, right? Later in the game, Moss would reportedly tell Smoot, "Keep talking. I need something to do while I'm waiting for the ball." Hard.
That is hard.
That's insane.
Dante Culpepper, Vikings quarterback. There was no subtlety in Moss's confidence. We were down. We needed to play. And Randy just looked at me in the huddle and said, "Don't think, just throw it up." So I did. And of course, he went over 2 guys and came down with it like it was nothing. That was the game. Culpepper said Moss had changed how he played quarterback. You could be late, off balance, under pressure. It didn't matter. You just gave him a chance. Chris Carter, Hall of Fame wide receiver and teammate. Carter knew the subtleties of being an elite receiver, and he pointed out a rarely discussed Moss strength. Randy used his hands better than any receiver I've ever seen. He'd swim, slap, disengage like a corner in reverse. That's why it looked so easy. He wasn't just running. He was controlling the DB the entire time. Carter noted Moss's spatial awareness, comparing it to that of a point guard who sees the court 3 steps ahead. Jason Williams, who we've talked about, White Chocolate.
Love it.
He was our best basketball player. He was our best football player. Probably our best baseball player, too. He was dunking on people, throwing no-look passes and hitting home runs. It wasn't even close. We were just lucky to be around it. Jason Williams was always adamant that Randy Moss could have gone on to play any sport at a professional level.
Yeah, I agree with him.
So some final words. Straight legacy, homie. Randy Moss didn't just play football. He altered the weather patterns of the passing game, a deep threat so terrifying he forced teams to rewrite their defensive philosophies. He was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2018, but the real honor is that every Sunday, some poor DB gets mossed, and the internet lets them know what happened. So if your wide receiver drops a pass in double coverage, just remember, he's trying hard to do what Randy Moss made look easy.
Damn.
So cool, man. I love the choice, Jake.
Yeah, that was this one was a really fun one. There's a lot to talk about with Randy Moss.
And
a lot of it was documented too. Yeah. I knew that one would hit you guys.
You knew that was a winner for us no matter what. Like God, I mean, you do such a good job putting it together, man. That was awesome.
I mean, it was a lot of fun to learn all this. I mean, I knew he was dominant, but goddamn, like you.
I mean, and I'm wearing my Justin Jefferson gritty shirt. Like, this is the closest thing to it, and I don't think. I mean, Jake might, argue that he comes close, but just based off all those stats, man. I mean, it's not a contest. It's
Justin
not.
Jefferson is unbelievable. Randy Moss is different, and that's. I mean, I can't imagine if Randy Moss was now. If like Randy Moss came up right now, and got to play with. Yeah,
it's also a different time. Do you know how much more vicious defenses were back then, and it didn't matter. Like,
there's a lot less protection for receivers and quarterbacks.
I'm sure he either, I don't know if he ever got like injured a lot. Like, I don't remember. Like I don't think so. I think he avoided all that. He was just such an elite athlete that I don't remember Randy Moss ever tearing his ACL,
I feel like part of it was he wasn't getting hit.
Yeah.
I mean, he was
couldn't touch him.
He was elite at staying out of danger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really, I mean, a fascinating guy. Went on to have some sons that had some football success. Nobody near what he's done. His son played at UMaine for a while. So, yeah, really fascinating guy. Obviously, first ballot Hall of Famer. I mean, inarguably, it's like the conversation for greatest wide receiver of all time is probably him, Jerry Rice. I mean, who else is in that conversation? I mean, it's between those two guys, no?
I'd say it's between the two of them. And
T.O., I mean,
you have a hard time putting anyone else in that category. Really.
It's like there's a tier. It's like it's those two guys. I mean, really, it's Jerry Rice, and and longevity too is another thing you have to talk about. I mean, Randy Moss was in his early 30s putting up numbers that like even elite wide receivers in their prime don't put up now.
Oh, that's what it is. It's their age. Randy Moss was 30 years old when he caught 23 touchdowns.
Yeah. That's nuts.
That's last year for Devontae Adams.
That's
Cooper Kupp last year. Imagine that if he put up 23.
Yeah.
In
it's
1,400.
It's insane. And granted, it is important to note like defensive philosophy has shifted. Yeah. You see, you probably won't see wide receivers do this kind of stuff until that shift goes full circle, because we're starting to see offenses go more towards a smash mouth, like run it up the gut kind of game. So we'll see defenses adjust to that. Then we'll see wide receivers. It oftentimes goes in a cycle like that.
It has. Last year was, I mean, it's been wide receivers. Like, you've been wanting to draft wide receivers. I'm thinking from a fantasy perspective, it's like the offenses have passed the ball more, and then defenses figured it out. And then last year they ran the ball so much more. Yeah. So now we're back kind of in that segment of the NFL. So,
there's kind of a meta game to every offense every year, and about what everybody's going to run. And the teams that tend to do great are teams that break away from that and say, okay, everyone's going to be running cover 2 this year. Here's what we're going to run against cover 2 all the time. And they're not going to be ready for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was great, Jake. I really love that segment. It's so informative. It's cool to go down memory lane a little bit for us.
You guys are enjoying it.
If I can, as a Patriots fan, there are two things I have to add. So, Randy Moss, there's a phenomenal interview with him. I don't know what the platform is, but he talks about how he transitioned from Oakland to New England and how he basically stalked Tom Brady at the team hotel and met up with him while they were playing. I think the Patriots were in Oakland or something. I can't remember what the deal was, but he flew out, found Tom Brady and said, dude, you just got to put in a word for me. I want to play with you so bad. I've seen you ball. I just want to play with you.
Yeah, I mean, that's like I said,
so
a guy
cool.
who brings greatness to the table and wants that from others.
Yeah,
you got to respect.
Super
that.
Cool that he just he just tracked down Tom Brady and was just like, dude, I want to play with you. We got to make this happen. And then shortly after it happened,
I'm sure Tom was instantly obsessed with that idea.
Oh, absolutely.
Clearly,
and speaking of Tom Brady, I was very privileged to go to Tom Brady's Patriots Hall of Fame induction ceremony with my dad.
Yes.
And we had great tickets. So we were down there on the field. Randy Moss was there. And when they brought out Randy Moss, dude, that place so cool, dude. Went fucking bananas. I have a clip I sent in the chat. If you guys are able to play that real quick.
Oh, shit. I don't know if it'll play the audio, Tyler.
Oh, it might not play the audio. That's
I don't think it'll play the audio.
You can just kind of skip through. It was just everybody came out right on a stage. You can get some light applause and stuff, whatever. Randy Moss got 2 words off, and that place exploded for Randy Moss.
He started tearing up. It was amazing.
Probably 2 minutes. Yeah, he really did. And they were making jokes, and stuff about how he didn't get his ring and stuff, but you could tell how much Randy Moss meant to New England fans.
Yeah,
for what he did. It was such a cool moment.
I'm gonna get it for us. If you keep talking for another 45 seconds,
the only other thing that I wanted to toss in here that I couldn't find a place to that I love is Edelman tells stories on his podcast about Randy Moss because they overlap.
Names
when Edelman
games, baby.
Yeah, he was a rookie as Randy Moss was moving out.
Yeah, and so there's a story he tells where basically Randy's talking to his mom on the phone, and Edelman walks up. He's like, "Hey, Randy, tell Mama Moss I said hey," or something like that. And Randy puts it down the phone. He goes, "Edel nuts, don't you ever talk to me when I'm talking to my mama."
Edel nuts.
Yeah.
Edel nuts. Because he's
it's something along the lines like, "Go get my towel and get my bath." He tells him what temperature to put the bath at.
All right, I got it. You ready? You want to hear this shit?
Yeah.
All right. This is Randy Moss at the getting a standing ovation in Gillette.
A lot of fans here were just wondering, and I think football fans were just wondering what they were going to get. Thank you.
Oh. Yeah, man, that gives me
damn,
chills.
dude, that gets me teared up.
Yeah,
dude, the only thing that can come close to that is the standing ovation for Taylor Swift after champagne problems.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
No, that's amazing though. Imagine what that meant to him. He probably I wonder if he even realized the impact that he really had on the fan base.
That's the thing is
until that moment.
No, because you're only there for such a short time, right? And you're just maybe he feels like he was kind of a drop in the bucket in the Tom Brady legacy, right? Yeah. So for him to have that sort of reception there, especially at an event centered around Tom Brady, to have people go that crazy for him must have been really cool.
It's hard for the Patriots to find a good wide receiver. I think we know that very well.
Yeah,
we've had a handful of some amazing ones that have made the years very, very good. But still, I mean, as far as wide receivers goes, right?
Yeah,
But, I mean, as far as
even when Tom was there,
not
dude.
that many.
Yeah.
We had to make a Julian Edelman, who was a quarterback out of Kent State in the 7th round, an elite. He never went to a Pro Bowl. Like Julian Edelman was like the best of the best for us.
It's crazy.
So yeah.
Well, yeah. Also had Robert Gronkowski. Let's not make it out like you were working with.
We had Aaron Hernandez. Like, he was great.
Imagine if he had been not crazy.
Oh
not
God,
a murderer. Yeah, it would have been cool.
That 2 tight end set was just sick, just ridiculous.
Imagine if Jonnu Smith was a murderer, then that would have been recreated perfectly.
How far off was it from having Gronk and Aaron and Moss on the same teams?
I think
Can't
they
have been
were.
that far. Yeah.
Were they not?
I don't think Gronk was on the team until
we drafted them in the same year. Hernandez and Gronk.
Gronk was in 2010. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, very realistically, if contract talks had gone differently with Randy Moss, you guys could have had, or we could have had Randy Moss, Aaron Hernandez, and Robert Gronkowski and Julian Edelman.
Yeah.
On the same team. Wow.
And Wes Welker, right?
Hey.
Not quite. Wes Welker, I think, left.
He went to Denver with Josh McDaniels. Yeah. Man.
See,
reminisce about that for 2 more minutes while I go to the bathroom.
Nice.
Yeah, let's see when Wes Welker left. He left New England in 2012. So Welker was on the roster with Randy Moss as well. So let's take a trip down memory lane. New England Patriots, 2007 roster. You already know this is going to be disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, especially that defense, dude.
Troy Brown, Teddy Bruschi, Kevin Falk, Jabbar Gaffney, Steven Gostkowski, Jarvis Green, Rodney Harrison.
Damn.
Rodney Harrison, Teddy Bruschi, Troy Brown is like
crazy,
unbelievably good already.
Yeah.
And that's just on defense. You have Logan Mankins, Matt Light, Dan Copen, like incredible offensive line.
Yeah, the offensive line is, I mean, just bonkers.
Junior Seau on defense.
They did have a year together because Randy Moss did still play in 2010. He was still on the roster.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah. Because he played, let me see. Yeah, he would go on to leave in 2009. So he started in 2010, but he did leave that year.
Okay. Oh, Wes Welker's actually a punt returner as well.
So John, we figured out there were 3 games in 2010 where Randy Moss, Aaron Hernandez, and Robert Gronkowski all played on the New England Patriots, and 1 offseason.
Oh my God! If only he knew, or if only Belichick knew what he could have had. You know?
Oh, I'm sure he does.
He wasn't wrong about most things, but he was probably wrong about,
Dude,
rocking
Matthew
that
Slater
boat.
really was the eternal man on this team. He was on this team for fucking ever.
Yes,
Matthew Slater was that guy.
I peed next to him in a bathroom.
I met Matthew Slater.
Did you? I met him peeing in the bathroom, and I was like, "Hey," and he was like,
"No,
hey,
I
John."
met him like
he didn't say, "Hey, John." He said, "Hey."
Matthew Slater.
Yeah, Sterling put something together at the school, and my dad.
Oh
met
yeah,
Matthew Slater.
dude.
I have a signed photo.
Wait, where are we at
I
college?
missed out on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it, dude. That's
It was sick. It was like $10 or something. I was like, dude, Matthew Slater, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And it was
I wish
really
I'd
cool
gone to that.
because in hindsight, I felt kind of bad because I told my dad, like, just wear Patriots stuff. Like, it doesn't matter. So he wore his Brady jersey, And so we go to meet Matthew Slater. My dad felt kind of awkward. He's like, oh, I didn't know. Like, he's like, if I had known, I would have just worn a Patriots. And Matthew Slater said, dude, you never have to apologize for wearing a 12 jersey in New England.
Wow.
That's
what a
he
cool
said.
guy.
I was like, what a real one, dude.
Yeah.
Was he wearing his cool set of eyeglasses?
He was.
He looks good in glasses.
Have you ever seen the video of him being interviewed as a little kid?
No.
Tom Brady or Matthew Slater?
Matthew Slater, because his dad was an NFL player. So they're like interviewing Matthew Slater about
Jackie Slater.
Yeah, Jackie Slater. They're interviewing him about like what he likes to do at the stadium while his dad's playing. He's like talking about playing with his toys and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
It's really cute.
That's sick. I love that.
So we ready for the chaos draft here?
I believe we are. You guys ready to get into it?
I'm fired
I
up.
don't know what the
excited to see
theme
what
is.
this one is. Yeah, I don't know.
It's gonna
Got
be
me
a
all
good time.
emotionally welled up right now. I'm just
Damn.
Oh,
Matthew
thanks.
Sater, 2008 to
Enhanced
2023.
beating 2EK6TO3VE.
Streambo.
Fucking bitch. Get out of here.
All right.
garbage.
All right, here we go with Those Fantasy Dudes Chaos Draft.
This is the Those Fantasy Dudes Chaos Draft. You're on the clock.
All right, boys. Welcome to the TFD
Where did Jake go?
Chaos Draft.
There he is.
This is the segment where we do a ridiculous draft. Oh my god, where it's a ton of fun. And basically what the rules are is we're trying to create an entire team here. A fantasy football starting lineup, QB, 2 RBs, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, a flex, a kicker, and the DST. What makes the draft chaotic though? Well, we do something ridiculous every time. Last time we did Gen 1 Pokemon. This time we're doing Pixar characters. And just so you know, I had to Google all of these individually, pull their picture, individually write each and every single character's name on this wheel, so we could go through this chaotic mess of a segment. But essentially, the draft order will be me, Jake, and Tyler, because that is the order in which you voted in our stories after the last draft on who had the best team. So I will have the first pick.
Last.
Yeah, Tyler. Well, I think Jake and Tyler were tied, but either way, it doesn't matter. Jake's gonna go second. We got to put him in the middle of the draft because that's always the worst place to be. But the chaos draft is different because
there's strategy here.
We spin a wheel. There's no advantage. We spin a wheel. Whoever it lands on, basically what you have to do is decide what position they're going to take. It's going to be ridiculous and stupid, and it's not going to make any sense. But if you would like to vote on a winner, you can do so in our stories tomorrow. So shall we get into it, boys? Not
because your mom's friends follow our podcast.
You mean my aunt, who I'm going to see in a couple days? Yes, something like that. Pixar, let's go. Yeah, okay.
Let's go.
Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Pixar. How are you guys with Pixar characters? Do you know?
Pretty good.
Is this new age Pixar shit or is this
a mix?
This classic
It's a mix.
Pixar. Okay.
There's some very under the radar Pixar characters on this wheel.
Okay, because there's going to be some stuff that I'm going to have no clue, I bet. But
I'm happy to explain it. Some of them, like, I didn't know their names, so I was like, guy from movie.
No.
Nice. I like it. Let's run it.
All right, here we go. With the first pick in the draft, let's spin the wheel. This is for your boy right now.
Oh, boy. Who's the best? Like, Sully? It's probably the best.
Oh, no way. I love this. Oh, wait, no. Is it going to go to... Oh, I got Zurg.
That's pretty good.
Dude, I mean, he's a legend. Geez, Zurg, bro.
Zurg is the legend.
Where would you put Zurg is the question.
Not a lot of mobility on the guy.
Yeah, he's a toy.
Well, I don't think we're...
Well,
we're
hold
not...
on.
Zurg, I mean, he's got legs under that, like,
he's got wheels,
kilt,
brother.
I think. Slink says he's got a cannon. Yeah, I don't disagree. Spencer says Edna Emo, don't you worry, she is on the wheel. Hopefully somebody drafts her tonight. I feel like this is a pretty strong start. I'm gonna go. I feel like he's a strong quarterback. Am I crazy? He's throwing that football down the field.
I don't know where else you're gonna put him.
I don't think that's crazy. I
feel like he doesn't make sense anywhere else, and I don't know why.
I think that's the only place you're gonna be able to put him.
All right, I'm going Zurg quarterback. He's getting removed from the wheel. Here we go. Jake's first pick in the draft.
Let's go. Come on.
Big
I get Jack the baby from Incredibles.
Edna Mode.
Come on. I can't even see who that is.
This is where we get most of the listeners right here. Guy from Soul.
Okay, so this is just a guy.
He actually dies in the first 5 minutes of Soul, but you're getting him before he falls into the
so I'm not getting his
the manhole
ghost.
Cover. No, you get him. You get him.
So he's voiced by Jamie Foxx. So,
No, I don't know. Does he? Spencer, does he? Who voices this guy? Let us know in the chat. But yeah, you get Guy from Soul.
Joe
All
Gardner.
right. Well, I see somebody
Joe
online
Gardner,
did a
Jamie Foxx.
Whoa.
Did an analysis of how tall he is, and he looks to be 74 inches tall. So that's pretty tall.
That's not bad.
I'm gonna put him at wide receiver 1.
I mean, God, he's lanky, dude. He could
That's
be like Randy Moss.
a Randy Moss type character.
Yeah,
Pedestrian. You're like, it's a black guy. He'll be my wide receiver.
I looked up his height.
Jake, that's messed up. I can't believe you would base it
That's
off of
really
that.
insensitive of you.
I
Jake.
got just a guy. I
You're
mean,
fucked up,
honestly,
dude.
there are kids in this draft, so I'm gonna lock in the wide receiver 1 with any adult man.
There's children, there's
sporty time.
cars, there's
Hey,
fish. Just think of Pixar movies.
That's what I'm, like this. This might be a top 25%. Like this is a good pick.
He's late to music class, and that's when he dies.
I mean,
shit.
good point, Spencer.
Yeah, it took that long for Jake to get canceled. I'm usually the one getting canceled, but Jake's
74 inches tall. That's pretty damn tall. That's
I don't know how many feet is that.
That's 6'2". That's really tall. That's a good wide receiver height.
Yeah, he does fall in a sewer. It's in the trailer.
Oh, wow.
All right, Tyler, ready for your first pick?
I don't know if I am, but
All right, here
spin
we
that
go.
wheel, baby.
See who you get. It could be a literal toy.
Come on, baby.
Oh,
is that
you
Jack
got
Jack?
an incredible. You got an incredible. You got Jack Jack.
It's a
Oh,
baby.
shit. Okay,
And
that's big.
Yeah, but
He-
Jack Jack's a monster, dude. Like,
yeah, but he
literally,
can't.
actually
I mean,
a
he's not allowed to kill people in an NFL game.
He can do whatever he wants.
He turns
Jack
into a
Jack.
little goblin guy, and he's like indestructible.
He's completely uncontrollable.
RB1.
He can't play organized sports.
RB1, baby.
I don't know if he
Lock
can
it in.
legally play in the NFL. He's a baby.
He can't play. He can't play NFL sports.
I mean,
Like,
that's up to the
Babies don't
listeners to
understand
decide.
rules.
That's up to the listeners
Superhuman
to decide.
strength, shape shifting, intangibility. What?
No, Spencer, we're
Yeah.
not doing benches, just starters. We don't have time for all the bench players.
Yeah,
It would be
no,
great
that-
to get one bench spot. That would be fun.
He can.
can
Jack Jack is
fly?
the most powerful of the Incredibles. I feel like
Can he
you're
fly?
underestimating it.
He's
Jake.
a baby. He doesn't understand an
Is
organized
he like
sport.
the perfect flex, or is he?
It's not
No, I
fantasy
think
fights.
RB1.
You're not arguing whether he can play or
I'm just saying. When you go to vote, remember these points. That is a baby. Babies don't understand
A
rules.
super baby.
He doesn't understand rules.
not. He can
Gardner has a
teleport.
toy
Yeah,
as his quarterback.
Look, you might as well put a wheelbarrow out there.
You
That's
got-
about
I've
you got
never
the
seen the chat
only-
this hot in my life. I can't even keep up with it.
You got the only guy on the whole
Yeah, I'm
list. Jake.
ecstatic. I'm ecstatic that I got a 6'2" guy.
You got
Like-
you're the only one that got a real human being
Yeah,
so far.
I'm ecstatic. This is going great for me so far. I got a
All right, well, it is a
6'2"
snake
with
draft, so
prototypical build.
Tyler gets the fourth pick.
Like
Here we
I might
go.
as well just have Nico Collins up there.
More like Tank Dell with a broken leg, but yeah, sure.
No,
He's
he's
not.
dead.
Who's this?
Oh, Tyler, you got sadness.
Oh
in the
no!
Yeah. So far, Tyler's got an emotion and a baby.
Oh wow!
cutout. Okay.
Oh boy!
So you got Phyllis from The Office, essentially.
boy.
What do you want to put sadness? I don't think she has any legitimate skill.
No
Slink
physical
says-
attributes whatsoever.
Slinksless, DST, or kicker?
I was gonna say kicker because you can't get iced if you're sadness. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Yeah, she's already really sad.
You
Ice
just go for
proof.
2 every time.
Yeah, I think it's kicker.
Yeah.
I think that makes the most sense.
You better hope you get somebody that can tush push at QB.
Just take the L now.
Just
guys.
take the L now. Thanks for the vote of
Are you
confidence.
going kicker?
Yeah, I think kicker just makes sense.
That's the only spot you can.
There's no other position I want that in. No
yeah.
way.
Okay. All right. So sadness to kicker. Sorry, Phyllis from The Office. Here we go. Jake's
who
second
voiced
pick in
her?
the draft.
Really?
Let's see who he gets. I forget the actual actress's
Come
name,
on,
but-
another guy.
Ooh. You got
Ooh, I got
Nemo's
tiny
dad.
fish.
Nemo's dad.
Ooh.
Where are you
Tiny
putting Nemo's dad,
fish.
Jake?
Tiny anxious fish too. Like not even
Like, ooh.
kicker. He's got to go in kicker.
Oh, watch
There's no,
out, Pearl. Watch out for that barracuda.
There's no other place I can put him. He's kicker.
What's he gonna do? Hit it with his fin?
Dude, what's the emotion of sadness going to do a kicker?
She's
gotta go
literally the size of
somewhere.
she's the size of an atom. Like I don't know what you do with her.
He's gonna. I mean, there's no metaphysical like.
Oh,
He's just Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, I mean maybe you put him at quarterback, Jake.
yeah.
Yeah, no.
No. All right.
Yeah,
All right,
no
so you got
defense.
Guy from Soul and Marlin. Not bad. All right, here we go.
From Soul kills me.
We have his name. His name's Joe Gardner.
Joe Gardner. It's Guy from Soul is better. Here we go with my second pick. Oh, let's go. We're going Toy Story again with Forky.
Forky.
Oh, this is a plastic fork.
That might
He's
be
made
the worst one on the list.
Yeah, that might be the worst.
Can he be
pick.
my water boy? I don't know.
I think we're going 3 kickers in a row here. I don't know where else you're putting him.
At least he has arms of some sort.
You're made out of pipe cleaners, brother.
I think he's bigger than Sadness because Sadness is again fast to fit in your brain.
Yeah, I mean he is as large as a plastic fork or spork.
I'm gonna go to Popeyes and get one of these.
Too late to change the rules that we could just assume like a normal human size scale for these characters.
That's not part of the rules. That's not part of the rules. I'm going kicker.
Yeah, you have to. All right.
I'm going to tell you what. There's probably 10% of these characters could actually play football.
That's why I was so happy I got just the guy.
Oh shit! I forgot to remove Forky. So if we hit him again, we'll re-roll it.
Yeah,
okay.
it's just, it's Guy, and also is like Sully on here.
Like
Sully's
so far,
on. Yeah, Monsters Inc. on here. Yeah. So
there's a toy, a spork, a fish, a baby, an emotion, and then just a guy. I'm so lucky.
All right, here's my second pick. I got hot spider from A Bug's Life.
Damn.
All right, so I got a bug.
You got a spider, a black widow for what it's worth.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, she is really hot. Like that was my first celebrity crush. The spider from A Bug's Life.
You should make the hot spider from Bug's Life bite the baby.
Her name's Rosie, by the way. Honestly,
oh my god.
Honestly, dude, I'm going RB2.
I would say defense and let her bite. Let her sting the QB every time.
She could literally poison people.
Just poison the QB until they have to start starting kickers at QB.
I'm putting her at RB2. Yeah. Spencer says wide receiver 8 things. Yeah, 8. You mean legs? Yeah.
The ball would crush her. They just crush her to death.
I think she'll be okay. She's a black widow. Like of all spiders, she's gonna be able to withstand most things.
Can you imagine how
baby will be scared of spiders? A baby?
Well, you put her in RB2,
not a monster.
So they're not ever going to see each other on the field.
Well, that's true, but they can look at each other from the sideline, and he'll be like, "Wah." You know,
he's just going to teleport out of the stadium and then cook himself on the blacktop.
All right, Jake, you gotta get more than a fish and a guy.
Come on, give me, dude. I need Lightning McQueen.
Oh shit, you landed on Forky. No, we'll remove him.
Yeah, no, thank God.
All right, re-roll.
Forky twice within 3 picks is crazy.
Especially when there's 100 people on here. Oh, you got Doug from Up.
Oh, hey, that's pretty good.
Honestly,
you got a dog.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
RB1.
He's a dog.
He's a dog.
Have you seen Air Bud?
Give him the ball. And then anybody who tackles a dog, you're gonna be like, you tackle the dog?
Canceled.
You heard you tackled a dog.
You're a real piece of work, pal.
You're a real piece of shit. Who tackles a dog?
Tackle a dog.
I found him.
Sicko.
You fucking asshole.
Dude, I can't get over hot spider from Bugs Life. Every time I look at it, dude.
That's crazy.
All right, Tyler, you ready?
Yep.
Here we go. Third pick.
Oh.
This is gonna be a tough choice for the listeners.
Are Pixar moms on here? Because I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. Randall from Monsters Inc.
That's
hot, dude.
That's
probably one of the top 10 picks.
Honestly, yeah, that's top 5 probably.
He's like invisible.
Yeah, I mean, you got to. That's a tough choice on where you want to put him.
Yeah,
that's a really good one, Tyler. He can be anywhere.
I don't know if you want to lock in that QB position with somebody good with hands.
I feel like good with hands for QB. I feel like, I don't know.
Let's say tight end. I mean,
I think wide receiver 1 would go crazy.
I don't think he's tight end because I don't think he's that tall.
He's elusive.
What's his freaking name again?
Randall.
That's
Randall Boggs. Randall Boggs. Oh no, wait. I think that's a porn star. Randall something else.
No, Randall is only 5 feet tall. Just to put that in perspective.
Well, the thing is, he can go completely invisible, so I don't think it matters. He'll just appear somewhere.
You have essentially 2 superheroes on your team and an emotion.
One of them's a baby.
Yeah. But I think wide receiver 1.
Have you not seen The Incredibles? Have you seen what he's capable of?
But you can't control him. He's literally capable of creating chaos. He's always a problem. That's his whole bit.
So he's like Josh Gordon.
Yeah, I don't think the baby's going to smoke pot before the game, but yes.
You never know.
That's a superpower.
Yeah.
Baby's
So
just
wait, did you, a wide receiver 1? Is that what you?
Yeah, wide
decided?
receiver 1.
It's got to be wide receiver 1.
He's undersized for a tight end. That's the only reason.
Yeah,
I'm not.
5 feet for a tight end is no way.
That's like
you got to hold that out for Sully.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, Tyler, you got Stinky Pete from
Stinky
Toy
Pete.
Story 2.
Oh, and not only is he a toy, but he's
Pete.
an old.
He's an old ass piece of shit. He's not a good guy.
I don't know,
the villain
dude.
of the movie.
Stinky Pete's kind of built.
Tight end. He gets the axe. He can bring the axe on the field.
Oh, he gets the axe.
He's mining a lot of wood, brick, and
What do you mean he gets the axe? You can't bring a weapon on the field.
It's part of his character.
Jack can be yeah, he gets whatever he wants. There's cars in this wheel, Jake. There's
so
cars.
He's just gonna pick somebody in the head.
I'm gonna say, oh boy,
I'm trying to find him.
Oh, Stinky Pete, where am I gonna put you? Not very fast.
Not very tall either. He is effectively
probably a foot tall at most.
6 3/4 inch tall.
A stocky boy.
There he is.
I feel
Honestly,
like Stinky
it's too bad you don't have a line.
Just because he's stinky, you know what I'm saying?
He does.
Wait, where are you putting him?
Like somebody.
I feel like he's built like a tight end, even though he's like 6 inches tall.
Yeah,
I think he's got to go tight end, dude.
Tight ends, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, D isn't a bad. Honestly, yeah, defense wouldn't be a bad choice either.
I'm holding out for somebody good for defense because that's your whole defense.
Yeah.
One guy.
So just so you guys know, if you're listening, defense, you get 11 of them as your defense.
Yeah. So can you imagine if Tyler chose Stinky Pete and then I had my guy from Soul just stomp on them? Just stomp the
It's
pieces.
a toy. He could just pick it up.
Yeah.
Just stomp on them. Just like crush them.
All right, Jake, you ready for your?
Come on, Sully. I want Sully or Lightning McQueen.
Sully's the 101.
Lightning
McQueen would go crazy,
sick, bro.
Oh, no way!
No, what off?
Oh, dinosaur from Good Dinosaur. You got a dinosaur.
Wait, did I almost get Sully right there?
You missed it by about a millimeter.
So close. What the hell is dinosaur from Good Dinosaur? I've never seen that in my life.
I think his name's Arlo. I hate that I know that. But yeah, you got it. It's a full-size dinosaur. He's just kind
that's
of a
what
little
I'm thinking.
Ditzy dinosaur.
2015. I didn't even know this movie.
So Arlo is 18 feet
kind
tall.
of when Pixar went downhill.
Yeah.
18 feet tall.
Arlo is 18 feet tall. I'm gonna.
How did you get the specs on that? That's crazy.
You just Google Arlo height, and everyone it's always been figured out.
Arlo height.
I'm gonna have to throw him in defense, special teams.
That's disgusting.
That's
no
a
one's making a field goal ever.
18 Arlos.
You can't run the ball. Your only shot is to chuck it between the necks to somebody who's breaking a route. And even then, he's got the legs at 18 feet tall. He can catch up with anybody.
I remember him being kind of a klutz in the movie.
Dude,
So
that's
I
fine.
heard he's
Keep that
kind
in
of a
mind.
dumbass.
They're gonna break one or two. They're gonna break.
I don't
one or
remember
two.
it being. Yeah, I don't remember it being a pretty bad movie. Yeah, I don't see how Stinky Pete takes down Arlo the dinosaur or 11 of them.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
Yeah. You know.
All right, here we go. I get back-to-back picks here. Last one I got was Hot Spider from Bug's Life.
Come on.
Oh, more bugs? No, I got the moth,
dude. And this moth isn't even good.
Hot moth from
Wow,
Bug's Life.
John clearly does not like the alternative girl archetype or that style. John's not into the crystal
trust
girls.
me, I do, but not in the context of this draft. I'm waiting to get Kevin from Up. That's what I want.
Dude,
the small boy.
Yeah, no. That's Russell. Jake.
Oh.
Wait.
Okay.
Kevin?
Kevin's the big bird.
Oh, the big bird. Yeah,
that's right.
That'll make a good RB1.
I'm holding that hope for Kevin.
Ooh, you have nowhere good to put her though.
I mean, she can fly. So depending on how small the
she's
football
also
is,
like 2 inches big.
Think about it. My entire team is 2 inches big each right now. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go wide receiver 2. Wide receiver 2.
Yeah.
I need some like full size.
I'm only getting more vindicated in putting Guy from Soul in my wide receiver 1 spot.
It's the only person.
Like if I can just get one more person with hands, then we can throw some passes.
Spencer doesn't like my team. Damn it. I'm trying. I keep
John's
getting.
team is all things you'd find at the bottom of a bug zapper.
All of my team is from before the year 2000 right now too. Well, actually, Forky is after 2000.
You definitely have the best all-time characters list right now, though.
OG for sure, like Zerg.
Yeah,
Come on,
I
I'm happy
mean-
with QB, but it's gone downhill since then. Oh, we got a car. We got Fillmore from Cars.
Oh
Dude, you got the high van.
I got the high van. Let's go.
Honestly, I
got
mean-
the Josh Gordon of Pixar.
Yeah.
Yeah, wide receiver 1.
This van is not passing a drug test.
He's not even going to be on the field.
No
You know what?
A
Listen
van
to
on
me.
defense
I'm going
would go kinda
DST.
crazy. Yeah,
I'm
just
going
running
11
people over.
Fillmores on DST.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I see what you're saying. But for example, if my guy from Seoul were to just
Joe
get
Gardner.
inside of him and drive him around, is that allowed?
Yeah. No, he's his
That's
own. He's his
illegal.
own person. No, he
What happens
doesn't
if
get
you
a
open
driver.
the door on a car?
What's inside of Fillmore?
Yeah.
You might have
Also,
to go
he
down
can't
some
have a
Reddit
wrap
threads to
up.
figure that
Fillmore
out.
can't wrap up, so he's only hoping to hit you so hard you drop the ball or injure.
I still think I don't know what Tyler's going to end up with the DST, but Fillmore and then a dinosaur. Those are
Yeah.
probably some of the better options you could have on DST.
I feel like Tyler's
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
end up getting
nervous.
stuck with DST last and have to put something bad in.
That's kind of what happened last time too.
All right, let's go. Come on, Sully. Come on,
Jake's
baby.
on the turn here. Come on.
Come on. Give me Sully.
It's got a 1 in
Give me
70 chance at
Sully.
Sully. Oh, no way you got it.
Oh.
Let's go.
How short is she? Hold on.
No capes.
Quite. The costume designer from The Incredibles.
She is 4'3".
That's such a quick Google.
The fucking incrediblesfandom.com is crazy.
Honestly,
they say she's about 4'3". That is such an exact.
How do you know
guess.
that? Based on
How
what?
do you know that? There's
Legit, what?
I'm gonna have to put. I'm worried I'm gonna
she's
get
really
stuck
small
without
as a
another
kid.
player without hands for a quarterback. That's what I'm really worried about.
Flex is not a bad
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah, flex is what I
honestly.
was thinking.
Yeah,
RG,
it's a person. It's a human being. You have two
That's what I'm saying.
humans.
The problem is people aren't going to vote based on that. I'm going to put her in flex because I want to make her a gadget player. I think she can do a lot at her size. You know,
her comp is Deebo Samuel,
like a Tariq Cohen type.
Tariq Cohen. That's an insult to Tariq Cohen, but okay. How about a freshly injured Tariq Cohen?
Tariq Cohen's only 1 foot taller than her.
Come on, baby. What do we
She's
got?
just Kyler Murray. That's fact, Gabby.
True.
Oh, Tyler, you got Boo.
I got a literal child. What the
Got
fuck?
another baby.
Except this one doesn't have superpowers.
Got another baby.
Oh boy.
That's weird. Why are you drafting so many babies?
Oh God. That's about one of the worst things.
Honestly, at least she has hands. You might want to put her in QB.
I don't know, man. A baby?
She's not scared of monsters. Give her that.
I feel like throw her in an RB2 and be like,
Shit.
I can't believe you hit a child.
Dude, Slink agrees.
You're a real piece of shit. I can't believe you tackled that baby.
Damn,
Going
put a
back-to-back
QB
babies for
RB set out
Tyler.
there.
Dude, I'm gonna hand it off and they're gonna be like, whoa, guys, chill out.
You guys are gonna play the Dolphins and they're gonna put
just
Tyreek
kidding.
Hill on defense.
Oh my God. They haven't even.
I'll be
You
like,
guys
"No,
haven't even gotten married.
ruined."
No.
Yeah, I think that's a good choice. I think it's a good
Yeah,
choice.
I
not
mean,
not afraid of monsters would be
what
on
else
her
are you gonna do
her
there?
football
Yeah.
card.
All right, let's see.
On the turn, Tyler with his next pick here.
Oh, come on, baby. I need something good here. A lot of skill positions left.
Oh, he's getting a car.
Shit.
He's got.
Oh, Loretta
Oh.
Ramon. Okay.
I mean, there's a clear. You
That's
obviously.
like the Deebo Samuel of cars.
What?
I feel like
Yeah,
that's my
hey.
DST, right?
It has to be.
It's got to be. He can pop up in the air. He can raise and lower himself.
He doesn't have hands, and you have TE locked up.
Yeah, and he's got the advantage of that. I feel like DST for sure.
Yeah, there's not even
I
a
like
question.
it. I think our DSTs are cooking right now.
Yeah.
I
think
mean,
so,
I
too.
can
That's the
certainly tell
best
you that
position.
my dinosaur is going to crush to death Tyler's RBs and your RB, John.
I mean, my RB is a literal spider.
Jack
Hot
Jack's
spider from Bug Slash.
indestructible, brother.
Yeah,
Jack
you're not
might
hurting.
be the best player on this board so
If
far.
it was about survivability, but he's a baby. He can't play organized sports.
Oh,
Sure he can.
Tyler or Jake, you got the alien toy from
Declan. Declan. RB2.
Why are you so sure?
Because I'm not putting him at wide receiver 2. He's a toy. And I'm certainly not putting him at tight end or QB.
My kicker is an emotion.
I think I fucked up not putting Edna Mode at QB.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to be lucky if you get another person.
Yeah, I think I fucked up.
That's okay. Here we go. All right, I get 2 picks
put
here.
Stinky Pete at QB, honestly, now that I think about it.
Should have put Randall at QB, honestly. He could have
Oh, let's go. I'm getting all the hotties tonight. Fuck yeah, I got Jesse. I'm getting all the hot toys tonight.
You, dude?
So many things. This is what I just can't. If I get Violet from The Incredibles, it's all over.
Did your truck breaks?
Cut to crotch, Cam.
Your boots stop working if your truck breaks down.
I don't know that part of the song. What?
There she is. She's so excited to be on my team. Look at her.
Incredible.
I got a real person. I'm gonna go. Oh man, Jessie. She's gonna take that football, put it in her hat, and run down the fucking sideline.
When your boots stop working, who is this? Who's Dash?
It's just a song.
It's a song. You wouldn't know, Jake.
It's a pop
Forget
song.
it.
It's a Fortnite emote. You would understand.
I'm gonna put her.
I'm glad I don't.
I'm gonna put her at wide receiver 1. I'm expecting to get like Rex next, and he's gonna be truck people.
Wide receiver. Right. John's wide receiver core is a bug and a toy.
Very good. Exceedingly good.
She's a toy.
Gabby's pissed.
No! God damn it! I got a turtle.
You got a baby turtle.
Yeah,
you got like a quarter-sized turtle.
I mean, if my team was going for cutest team ever, I feel like I'm pretty close.
You'd be doing all right.
But I got Squirt. He's not afraid of that. What they're like.
Nemo is 7. Or I'm sorry, Squirt is 7.5 inches long.
No, he's not. He's a little baby, dude.
That's small, Tyler. He's barely made it off the beach.
Goddamn small, Tyler.
He's a little baby turtle. Baby turtles aren't that big.
No, he's not a baby turtle. He's in the water. Baby turtles are like right fresh out of the ground.
Are you telling me that you think a dinosaur is going to stop a 7-inch turtle?
Oh my god, that dinosaur is going to crush that baby turtle. And
good luck. He's going to be so slow. Like, there's no way he's going to be able to pinpoint a 7-inch turtle. Yeah, there's no chance. He's going RB1. RB1. Well, actually, wait. He's going to be on a football field, though. What's he going? Is he going to swim?
I mean, they're pretty quick on the beach. I don't know. Hey, you set that in.
All right, RB1. All right, fine.
All right,
Jake, you got a big one. This is a big one coming. You got to beat guy from Seoul.
I got to get somebody in that QB slot now.
Oh. Lots of Hugging Bear.
Lots of Hugging Bear.
From Toy Story 3.
I saw Andy's mom in there, by the way.
Andy's mom's there. Would be a lock for QB right now.
Yeah.
Lots of Hugging Bear. Shit.
Have you seen Toy Story 3 for the record?
He's got a cane, yes, but he is cutthroat.
He's a dickhead. I'll tell you that. He was willing to kill everybody. So
incinerate them, right?
Yeah, literally. It's like one of the craziest scenes in like
you're like,
animated
oh,
history.
Jesus Christ.
He's gonna go wide receiver
burn them all
2.
alive.
No, he gotta go wide receiver 2. He's gonna be catching screens. He's my possession guy.
Okay.
Dude, that bear's gonna get demolished. He can't even walk.
It's a teddy bear, Jake. An old one at that.
Your wide receiver 2 is a bug. I don't want to hear anything from you.
Dude, you're basically drafting Devontae Adams right now.
Yeah, I know. All right.
Tyler's 2 picks here. His draft. We'll come back to Tyler. Yeah,
I got one more after these 2. Come on. Oh no, wait,
he
buzzed?
got the OG.
Deuce Kaboom.
Deuce Kaboom. He got Keanu Reeves. That's literally Keanu Reeves.
QB, lock it in.
Who the fuck is Deuce Kaboom?
Deuce Kaboom's the GOAT. That's who he is.
Is he from?
It's Gardner Minshew.
4. Oh, dude, I haven't seen Toy Story 4.
He's Evil Knievel as a toy.
Yes. Okay.
It's Gardner Minshew. Tell me the difference.
Is he able to get off his motorcycle?
No. I don't think so.
Dude, insane quarterback. It's just better Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, it depends on how you look at it. He can. Slink says he can get off his motorcycle.
He can, but should he is the question. I don't think so.
I don't know.
See, I would have lined him up at wide receiver 2, and you throw quick screens to him, and then he just cranks that hog. And just
don't you think he would use that? Oh, it's Duke Kaboom. Oh, okay. His name's Duke Kaboom. I'm so sorry.
Deuce
Tyler, you got the octopus Hank from
honestly,
Hey, let's go. That's kind of lit, actually. That's pretty good. With the suction cups, bro,
hands, dude.
I feel like
it's
wide
easy.
receiver too. I got it.
They can move
All
fairly quick too. They're not.
an octopus. I'll take that all day.
That's pretty nice, dude.
That's pretty good. Yeah, compared to the alternative, I can't complain.
Oh, please, I can't get burned at QB. I should have put Edna Mode at QB. Oh god!
If you get a car, what if you get 2 cars, Jake? You're fucked.
We're gonna run in a lot of.
No, speaking of, you got anxiety from
anxiety.
You have a pixel of a character.
Tight end. I mean, it's obviously not QB.
Yeah.
You got Maya Hawke, Ethan Hawke's daughter, as a character.
All right.
What I'm experiencing right now is I'm about to pick. Okay, here we go. 2 picks in my last 2 picks incoming right now. Tight end and flex.
Big spin. Ooh, no way.
No, please.
Syndrome?
Oh, I thought I was going to get the other baddie. Syndrome.
Yeah, Syndrome's actually, that's a pretty good one.
An actual superhero. Albeit he's not an actual superhero. It's mostly technology based, but I'll take it. I'm going to put him at tight end. I mean, why not?
Yeah,
he's a person. Like, I'll take any human being. Okay. Here we go. Come on, give me a good flex.
In the last spot.
Please.
On the roster. Something funny.
Oh, shit. I got a mom.
Oh, you got Andy's mom?
I mean,
Andy's mom flex.
Still an adult woman.
It's a
I love that
person.
screenshot, dude. That's so funny.
That's
honestly what she looked like.
That's a top 25 percentile pick.
That's her Oscar reel moment right there.
It's an adult woman with hands. So like on John's team, that might be one of his best players. Like,
let's go. Money.
Yeah, John,
okay, I'll take it.
That's the only player on your team that's not a car or 2 inches tall.
I'm just glad it didn't get any emotions. I feel like that gives me the win because you guys have players that basically can't leave someone's brain.
Yeah, but I can get in your head. I'm gonna make anxiety get in Andy's mom's head and make her leave.
No, she's a grown woman.
What do we got?
Anxiety can't bother her at this point. Oh, speaking of,
oh shit!
Oh,
you got another emotion.
No, I almost had a mom. I almost shit.
Oh, Jake, she's not gonna be able to throw a football.
We're playing Wildcat. That's the only thing we're doing, dude.
Doug's taking it from the backfield.
Yeah, Doug's taking it from the backfield, and we're running like triple option with the wide receiver. Oh.
Yeah, all right.
Damn,
sorry.
I should have put Edna Mode.
All right, come on, baby. What's my flex?
Tyler's flex, last pick in the draft. Here we go. Mr. Irrelevant is going to be Miguel from Coco.
Yeah.
Coco. I haven't. Yeah.
Small child.
Do you want to cry? Because you should watch
small
Coco.
children. Yeah.
Yeah. You really do have a team full of toys, small children, and an octopus.
And fucking creepy dudes. Creepy, slimy guys.
There's so many good ones that we did.
Row.
I wish we should do a whole bench because there's so many good ones. Fuck.
There's a lot of good ones. He's very top row, John.
We should get a bench spot, honestly. We should. I think that would be a nice addition to this.
That would be fun. Yeah,
right, we'll roll one for the bench.
One for the bench, one for the road, right?
All
right, Tyler, here's your bench.
All right.
Ready?
Come on.
Oh, wait, so does this mean we can swap out any player we want?
Come on, this is incredible.
You can swap out a flex, wide receiver, tight end. Yeah. Oh, another toy.
Oh, Mr. Potato Head.
This, honestly, that's Jameis Winston. That's a locker room guy.
Yeah, he's going to eat some W's all day long.
Oh, shit.
I'll just put it next to our names like this.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
All right.
I don't think I would actually sub him anywhere.
Okay, come on. Please give me some.
He might be better than Deuce Kaboom. He's got, like,
he's not another emotion.
No, oh, you got Kevin Spacey.
No, it's a bug. I thought it was the real Kevin Spacey.
You got Hopper, voiced by Kevin Spacey.
Cancel.
Real cutthroat guy.
Cancel.
No, I don't want him. Get him off the team. Get
Sorry.
Deshaun Watson out of here.
You have a grasshopper, Kevin Spacey, on your team, Jake.
Oh my god!
Goddamn
I didn't know that was
Deshaun Watson.
Kevin Spacey, bro.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry, Jake's getting canceled.
Yeah, no kidding.
Here's
Shut
my
it
bench
down.
guy.
Well earned. I got canceled.
This is incredible. This is incredible. This is incredible.
Oh, please, please, please.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
No, please don't give me.
Oh my god, no way.
Wow.
All the baddies tonight. Let's go. I'm
Unreal.
flexing her in
Yeah.
immediately. Money, dude. Oh my god, that's the
Where
one
are
I
you
want.
putting her? Yeah. Where would you put her, John?
Anywhere. I mean, she could be quarterback. She could play. She could
Taysom
be
Hill.
Every position.
Yeah. I would just put her out there and just bench. It'd be 1 against 11, and I would be okay.
Yeah.
She's fucking Elastigirl.
She would just grab the ball and then stretch it 10 yards and keep picking up first downs.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
I mean, geez, we could
Well,
do a whole other
actually,
game with all the other characters on this wheel.
She
but-
could grab the ball and stretch her knee and her arm out and then just kneel it down past. Damn.
That's true.
Crazy.
Yeah. I mean, she's stretchy.
I was wondering why they don't just draft a bunch of tall guys and throw them the ball and have them lay it out for 3.5 yards each time.
Yeah.
Should we draft a cheerleader for each team?
No.
Why not?
I
All right,
feel
here
We're
we
2.5
go.
hours in.
Oh my god,
One
we
more-
are.
one more
Holy
for the
shit. I have
road.
to get up.
This'll be
I have
the
to get up at like
cheerleader at the stadium.
5:45.
Yeah.
All right, cheerleader for each team. Here we go. I get the pufferfish from Finding Nemo.
Okay.
Didn't know he had a name. Very good.
His name is Bloat. Yep. I know his name, but not the guy from Soul, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I get
I don't know.
Bloat.
I'm the one getting canceled.
Shark bait. Ooh ha ha. That's his
Shark bait,
line.
ooh,
That's
ha.
his line in the movie. Yeah. All right. Jake gets his. This is his cheerleader.
Hey, what do we got? What do we got?
Come on. Oh, we're sticking with the same movie here.
Oh, with
He
the
gets
fish.
Squirt's dad.
Gosh,
Hell
you know what?
yeah.
That is a full-size sea turtle.
Yep.
That's a
He's
sick
bigger than
cheerleader,
3
too.
inches.
It's like,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
actually
let's
pretty
go.
You ever seen a sea turtle in person, dude? Crazy.
I've been to the
in an
aquarium.
Yeah.
I've been to an aquarium.
we went
before.
snorkeling and I saw a sea turtle. It was pretty cool.
That's cool as hell. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I saw a
Tyler's
handful.
cheerleader.
My
Slink, you're
cheerleader's
getting
gonna
a-
be like
Getting
fucking.
at 5.
don't
We
even
don't have
know.
to be there that early, brother. Old guy from Toy Story.
Damn, I wish I'd got him as my QB. He's a general.
I'm pretty sure.
Why is he on here? That's so good.
Honestly,
I remember him. He's just playing chess with himself in the park, dude. That's so
Nobody
funny.
could-
He's not even in Toy Story. He's in like the.
I
something
think
really
no. This is the
unsettling.
guy that fixes Woody in Toy Story.
No, it's
2.
not.
No, it's
a
not,
different-
John.
Are you sure?
Yes, there's something really unsettling about the cheerleader for the team full of children and toys being the old man in the park who's by himself.
King
Oh
King
my
to
God.
R5 or whatever
Holy
the fuck.
shit. Oh,
Come on,
wow.
Boo. Can you
That's
imagine?
so funny, dude. Yeah, it's called Jerry's Game. It's not even.
Yep,
Oh.
Jerry spelled Geri.
Wow.
Actually, you know what? No, it's not. It's a different guy.
Anyways, you guys want to read off your team and then we'll end the show? Oh,
If I can, yeah.
Spencer said his name
no.
is Gary.
Is it Gary or Jerry?
He is actually the guy in Toy Story 2 who fixes the toys.
Yeah, it's the first short from Bug's
Wait,
Life
Really?
as
Yeah,
well. Yeah, he plays
yes.
chess in the first short before he's the OG.
And he
Pixar
fixes the toys
character.
in Toy Story 2. And then also in Toy Story 4, he's in a portrait in the antique store.
So he's literally the first Pixar character ever, if you think about it. And he's the cheerleader for Tyler's team.
Wow.
Wow. Who
Well,
would've
he's
thought?
dead,
yeah.
so.
Well, it's an animated character. All right. Tyler, go ahead and read off your team and explain why you think it should win in the
God.
for the listener.
Oh boy. So yeah, quarterback. I got it's Duke Kaboom, right? Not Deuce
Yeah.
Kaboom.
Not
Deuce Kaboom.
Duke Kaboom. You know, he's got a cannon. That's why they call him Duke Kaboom. So he's in a quarterback. RB1, we got Jack, indestructible, crazy monster baby, untackleable. RB2 is Boo from Monsters Inc. If you tackle a child, you're a piece of shit. Wide receiver 1 is Randall from Monsters Inc. Invisible, slippery, never gonna find him. Wide receiver 2, is it Hank? Hank the octopus?
Hank. Good job. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the
Oh.
suction cups, catching it. Tight end, we've got Stinky Pete. He's a stinky little fella. He's built like a brick house, dude. So tight end material, run block material. Flex, we got Miguel, who's a kid. Kicker is Sadness. Can't get iced. Ice immune. And we've got
Ramon. Yeah,
Ramon at defense, just running people over and using hydraulic suspension shit to pop up in the air, intercept shit.
Awesome.
Intercept it.
I think they make a pretty good case for.
Honestly, he could probably do a hop, intercept it, and then close on the ball.
Oh, true. That'd be sick.
Yeah. All right.
Carr. Why should they vote for you, Jake?
I've got Joy at quarterback, and honestly, sometimes what you really need is a locker room. You need a locker room presence at quarterback. You need somebody who always feels like they're going to win the game.
Yeah.
So Joy really does bring that. We're going to run a lot of Wildcat, unrelated to Joy's talents. We're going to run a lot of Wildcat straight into the Doug's mouth. So hopefully he has some Airbud level skills. RB2, not a whole lot there. Not a whole lot to say about the alien, but
squeak.
He's there. Wide receiver 1. So really what we're going to try to do a lot of is a lot of trick plays where we're going to run Wildcat, and then Doug's going to chuck the ball to wide receiver 1. The wide receiver 1's name is Joe Gardner from Seoul, not Guy from Seoul. Lotso Huggenbear. He's cutthroat. Lotso Huggenbear is going to be tripping people. He's going to be grabbing balls. He's going to be doing bad things on the field.
Grabbing balls.
Oh, yeah, testicles. And then Anxiety at tight end, real tough hole right there. But our flex, Edna Mode, she's going to play a real Taysom Hill type character. She's going to be doing a lot of positions on the field because we can beat you in any way with Edna Mode. She, as we know, creative, crafty. She can get it done with less. And then we got the dad from Finding Nemo.
Marlin.
Yeah, I don't care about him. We're not kicking the ball. And then we got Arlo, the dinosaur, on defense. As we know, defense wins championships. And Arlo is 18 feet tall and weighs several thousand pounds.
Slow as hell, bro.
So you try getting the ball. I mean, he's going to be swinging. All 12 of them are going to be swinging their heads around. You try throwing a ball. So
we're not kicking the ball.
So yeah. So I do think, and do not worry about my bench or my cheerleader. Just don't worry about it.
I don't know. I feel like Kevin Spacey has a big influence on your team from the bench. He's going to be like, put me in. He's going to be like the Stephon Diggs of your team.
Yeah, I do agree with you, actually. Yeah.
He's also scared of birds, so that's a thing.
Yeah.
But rightfully so as a grasshopper. Anyways, my team is led by none other than the most iconic villain in Toy Story history, Zurg. So if you see him at quarterback, you're going to turn the other fucking way. I don't see Arlo not scared of Zurg. Just being honest with you.
He's a toy.
But it's Zurg. His own son is terrified of him. Anyways, then we got Squirted RB. He's cute as hell. You think Ramon's gonna run over a turtle? Fat chance. Then we got the hot spider from Bug's Life. I got a team of baddies here. I'm not gonna lie. I was scared of spiders until I saw her. So she's gonna take those 8 legs and just walk all over you, and I'll be happy about that. Jessie from Toy Story is wide receiver 1. She's super athletic. She knows how to ride a horse. As you guys know, I'm a big horse girl guy, so pretty happy with that. Gypsy the Moth, also a baddie, so I can't complain.
Crazy thing to keep saying.
Well, you know what? When it comes to a certain point, you're down bad enough to look at a moth from Bug's Life, and it does something for you.
Ooh.
So, and then we got Syndrome, who is like an obsessed fan of Mr. Incredible. So I feel like there's a situation where he shows up at his house and kills his baby or kidnaps him. Actually, I think that happened in the movie. Is he kidnapped Jack? So
are you Syndrome?
Maybe. If worst comes to worst, Jack
will
not be in the team hotel the morning of the Super Bowl.
Oh boy.
We have a person here, Andy's mom, in the flex. She'll do whatever she has to do to protect Andy's toys, which includes Zurg and Forky.
Oh,
So,
true. I didn't think about that. The synergy.
Good luck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Forky at kicker. Again, I don't think any of us are kicking the ball, but I think Forky has an outside chance because he's a spoon fork. So he can
spoon fork.
He can pick up a football and flick it, maybe. Anyways, and then we got Fillmore at DST. He's a fucking car. So if there's 11 of them and they're not high as fuck, you might have a chance. So, and then Elastigirl cheering on the team. I mean, they might be a little distracted. That nothing gets done, but we'll see.
Don't look at that sideline, boys.
Hopefully she's facing the field and not the sideline, because then we might have a problem.
Jesus Christ.
But anyways, that's the show, everybody. If you made it this far, we really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun. And I'm looking forward to doing another one of these because it's always a good time in the off season.
We got to do a fantasy fight next time. Or
we should do one. What are you guys thinking? Fantasy fight? Who's that fantasy dude? TFD trivia. What
Chime
would you
in,
prefer?
yeah.
Put a poll on the Instagram.
Yeah, put a poll up.
Okay. All right. Whatever one has the most, we will do it on the next show.
Yeah, let's do it.
Put up one that's for beating Tyler with sticks.
Number 4 will be beat up Tyler physically with sticks. And if you choose it, we have to do it. So at the end of the day.
Hey Tyler, can't wait to see you for the bachelor party, man.
So excited, guys.
Miss you, bro. We'll do it on your birthday. How about that?
Yeah.
Can't wait, guys.
All right. Well, thanks again at those fantasy dudes. If you made it this far, we really appreciate it. And we will see you in the next one.
Thanks for tuning in to Those Fantasy Dudes podcast. Make sure to tune in next week and follow us at Those Fantasy Dudes on Instagram.
You better finish those chips, Tyler.
Faster.
Love you, Sling.